Everybody wave hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. We are back today on this wonderful Wednesday after taking last week off because, you know, the holidays, it's a thing. Um, and things need to happen. Hello, Zweth. Welcome, fam. But yeah, we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna get the cast to go around, introduce themselves and their characters, and all that great stuff, and their current emotional emotion. Well, actually, I do need to come up with a really strange question for you guys. So, my question for your in both in and out of character, but my question is, if other than a goose, what would you morph a what would you combine a beholder with? What is the most awful thing you can imagine? Or cutest thing that you can imagine a beholder to be combined with, and what would you call it? Blood Creep, please introduce yourself and your character.
Uh, I'm sitting here in horror. Um, hi, I'm Booker. I play Rava Oral. She's a half drow,
Bless.
rogue ranger with a bit of protagonist syndrome. She's returning after two various seasons to actually clean up the mess she started because she did kind of start this, and she feels bad.
Mm-hmm.
She's back from the Shadowfell after being there for 25 years, except it was a week for her. And so everyone is kind of, the world is kind of in trouble.
Yeah.
Hooray! Also, Beholder Rock Dove, like the normal pigeon. So you have a cooing beholder that pecks at things, and then, like, just is in general horrible because pigeons are horrible.
What would you call it?
Um, I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Uh, yeah, OBS. Cool your jets. Cool. Next we have Mitchell.
Hello, I am playing Fleece today, Penny for a Tale. Man, if I had to pick one, I think it would be a Henry Cavill in the bathtub as the Witcher beholder. So just this floating Henry Cavill with a bathtub, and maybe like other Henry Cavills coming out of different parts of this wooden bathtub. And
I
What?
hate this so much.
I don't know what I would call it other than I don't
No.
know, like
Nope.
Behold the Henry Cavill.
there we go. And the cool thing is, I don't think he would be destructive. He would just look at people, and go, like grunt at people, and that's it.
With the occasional fuck.
Exactly, and maybe the bard is like also meshed up into the bathtub. Just like one of them though, not a lot of them, but
Not all of the bars, just some of them.
just yeah. So that's my dream. So that's what I'll be thinking about today.
John.
I'm so gonna ruin that image. So I'm John. I'm playing Malik Vaughn, the half orc, half elf, or half orc, half drow wizard. And this shows you what kind of a GM I am. I would mix a beholder with a Juiblex. A Juiblex is the fiendish progenitor of all oozes. So in addition to having a slimy, oozy beholder, you have a slimy, oozy beholder that's corrosive, inherently magical, and can spit out other oozy beholders. That's
Thanks.
absolutely the worst thing, I think.
Thanks. That's pretty bad.
And you can't even close the door on it because it's an ooze now. It can slip under the cracks.
Jillian, what do you got for us, fam?
Well, I was thinking a couple of things, but the one thing I have is not as worse as that. I could never think of that. But anyway, I'm Jillian, and I will be playing Thora, the Azamirian storm sorceress that has no idea why she's here or what's going on. And the beholder I would combine with would be a dog combined with a beholder, and it would just be drooling a lot and just be demanding treats, or it just eats people as treats, and I would call it the wolf holder.
That's just adorable. We stand the wolf holder, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
I want that.
we
I'm
stand.
surprised. I'm surprised no one has like done the Full Metal Alchemist beholder, like the.
Oh
Stop.
no! No! I haven't even watched the anime, but I know what you're talking about. No!
I found an ugly Christmas sweater with that on it. I wanted to wear it to ruin people's day, but it also made me sad.
Hi everyone. My name is Val. I'm your dungeon master for today. Clearly, we are. At first, I was calling a bagoose holder, but today I was adorned with something better, as it is now called a bagander. So we are now. It is now officially a bagander. And there's a PDF for it apparently already. And Jillian, if you want to share who made Circle of the Honk in chat, go ahead and do that, because Jillian shared it with me, and I'm just like, yes,
Yeah.
this is it now.
Alright, let me get
Yeah,
out
go ahead and
the,
put it in chat, and it'll be great. Credit those who have used, whose work we use. So hey, speaking of work, you can make me work very, very hard today, or not, depending. But the harder you make me work is if you give bits, subs, and donations to this channel. Every 100 biddies that you give the channel, we'll give a reroll to anyone you see here, including myself. If you subscribe to the channel, you can give a nat 20 or a nat 1 to anywhere here that you see, including myself. And if you just donate money, like straight up, like I'm gonna give you some cash monies, or not cash, but it's almost as good. You can donate through Streamlabs or PayPal. If you donate through Streamlabs, it is sort of a $5 start, and with coffee, it's a 2 coffee start, just to make shit happen. Like, you can give me an idea, and there's like a sliding scale, so you have like the minimum where you're gonna like the minimum stuff happen, and if you want to like give me $1 million, I will just kill everyone. It's fine, because I don't need to work anymore. I will pay them, but like,
Wait, why am I getting lectured for posting a link?
it's okay.
I got
Because
It's
Nightbot
okay.
doesn't know you were given permission.
Yes, Nightbot doesn't know you're given permission, but also Nightbot doesn't have permission, so it's fine.
Yeah, they also created other stuff, so it's just to their like DM's Guild stuff right there. So if you
Nice,
wanna,
awesome,
check it
thank
out,
you.
and also buy it for yourself as well.
I will, actually. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. So, cast. What sticks out the most? How would you recap last episode?
There's a hole in the sky and a begander is dropping out of it saying Rava's name.
Rava's
Well,
very sad because her gun no longer has the succubus in it that she really liked, and she's worried. She is so worried. She's worried about Beatrix and all of her friends, who she, as far as she knows, are all still in the Shadowfell, except
Possibly.
she knows that Beatrix got through.
Simp for the
yeah,
players.
Fleece
Nice.
had a lovely day. Kind of started off with some toast, a little bit of cinnamon and honey. On top of that, the butter he got from a local grocer. He speaks to this farmer, so let's kind of have a good relationship down in the morning. Right now, there's a beholder in the sky that's kind of covering the sun. Right? Is there? Yeah. So that's kind of unfortunate. He's been really trying to work on his tan, and he has been watching a particular cloud that kind of looks like a puppy, and I think that's been obliterated by said beholder. So. He's gone from a smile to half a smile.
Oh no.
Oh no, I feel bad about it.
I'm terrified. I am terrified.
All right. Okay. All right. But yeah, as far as, is there any other important things? Because I like to know what you remember, because that, for me, lets me know like what you found important the last
A
session.
naked
Yeah.
woman just kind of
Yeah.
popped out of Fleece's garden. But they went to a breakfast brunch place, and then the said naked woman, who is now clothed, now owns the brunch place.
Okay.
And that's pretty much
Yes.
all that ever happened.
It's now a
last
strip
game.
club is essentially what the
Oh,
like she is
As
turning
long as-
is into a strip club, yeah.
As long as they still serve brunch, I don't care.
Oh, it's gonna be a brunch buffet at this point.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Is it like one of those strip clubs that's only open between like 9 and 2 p.m.?
No, it's open like 24 hours.
Okay. That's
Like
not
it's a
opportune
well,
brunch
that's her
time.
goal for it anyway. But yeah, so yeah, no, that about sums it up. Rava decided to hop out of the Shadowfell 25 years later. Her and Evan, our little half dragon child, and met with the party who were tasked to go investigate some strange happenings on the beach. Found them, brought them back, reunited with some friends they hadn't seen in 25 years. There were lots of puppies at some point.
yeah, there's puppies.
There were puppies. And yeah, and now there is from the Shadowfell, ripping into the material plane, a Greater Begander. And the reason why that this is happening, for those of you who weren't here for Season 2, the finale of Season 2, there was a giant wall of geese in an arena and a beholder. And when a young, ambitious tiefling put on a ring that had an archdouble inside of it, it decided to propel Rava out. Possibly everyone else. We don't know. But it's clear that Rava wasn't the only one. As with all of that, there's also this Begander. So the geese and the beholder have combined itself. And this is where we're going to start. Rava, I believe that you're in a separate place from 3 of the party members. As far as the location of this Begander, it just kind of came out of the sky, and above this city, this town, and the first word that it said coming out was Rava. It is looking for Rava. We are not in initiative yet, because no one is saying that they're gonna fight it yet. But there's a lot of screaming now from the genuine populace of this town. What's going on, guys? What are you doing?
I believe that Malik and Thora are actually just outside of the building where Rava was meeting
Gotcha.
with Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Rava has exited the building.
So,
Mhm.
so I'm just looking over my shoulder back sort of into the doorway and just yelling, "Joe!"
Yeah,
'Cause I
Thora
don't
just
know what
looks.
to do.
Laura just looks up and just being like, "Oh, this is a first," but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Fleece is going to look up and kind of recall the last HOA meeting that he was a part of, and he'll just kind of be like, "Hello, welcome to the Fair City. If you have any questions, you can come over here and I'll answer them."
You're yelling this at him?
Yeah.
Cool. So he's gonna have advantage on that perception check.
Hello.
Yeah, great. He
Dies first.
yeah. You see, it heard you, and it's gonna turn its whole body to look your way at Fleece waving at it. It kind of smacks its beak lip concoction that it has, full of teeth. It's a beak with teeth in it. Like let's be real here.
And lips. Let's just go
Yeah.
the whole.
Yes,
let's just go
and
the whole
lips.
9 yards.
We should have got
Um,
Pringles for this. Remember the little
Oh.
Pringles you put in your
Oh,
mouth? And
no.
you're like,
I should have.
But you know,
Husband.
all of these
And And guess what? Since you were there and Rava is there, it recognizes Rava.
Wait, I
So,
thought Fleece was at the
oh, are
brunch
you
place
moving
with
somewhere
Beatrice.
else? Yeah, are you somewhere else, please?
Oh yeah, I did go.
Yeah, you went to
I
get
was
Bellatrix.
yeah. Also, if they are
Okay.
doing a strip club, Fleece is very interested in like pancake pasties for his
Okay.
routine.
All right. All right. So what the rest of you see is as this beholder is like looking around in the sky above this city, you just see it like turn its head and jerk and like stare down. And the rest of you make perception checks, please. Perception hearing, if you have anything that helps with hearing. We'll see if you can hear Fleece. It's a pretty high DC, but we'll see.
I have
Okay.
pointy ears, but that doesn't help me.
Yeah, I don't. Let's
Mhm.
let's do this.
It's usually like werewolves and stuff like that get the advantage on hearing checks.
7.
Yep.
20.
Do you need one from Rava too? Perception?
Yeah. Do it. 12. Um, yeah, Thora, you definitely hear, um, you definitely hear Fleece. Like it almost like echoes like a goat belting in the city. Um, so that's the the beholder is looking in the direction that you hear. Um, and you're engaging with it. So look at all of these subs.
Wait
Thank
for
you,
it.
Spiritus Lupus, for gifting 2 subs and for that Prime sub. Please let Nick know where those nat 1s and those nat 20s go. So, and the biddies. God damn it, you guys are so good. Like, it makes me so happy for the big drow energy. Thank you all so much. So with that, you guys all see Rava sort of, not Rava, the beholder hones in, and you see it staring at you, Fleece. And for those of you sort of like behind you, you kind of, look at that high frame. You see it start to slowly descend, and it's descending towards you, Fleece, because you seem to want to have a conversation with it, and beholders are not opposed to conversations. So here it comes, just honk, 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 descending upon Fleece.
That's bad.
That's so scary.
And it gets pretty face to face with you, and all of its like tentacles are just goosenecks with eyes inside. Like the goose head does not have eyes. Like it's just the eyes inside the beak of this head, and it speaks to you in a guttural voice. I am looking for an elf.
Can Rava stealth?
Well, hold on. I'm having a conversation with Mitch. Just hold on with like, you know, wait your turn. Like,
An elf, huh? Can you describe said elf? There's a couple. There's a bunch of elves, I think, in this town. So,
drow.
what is your purpose for said elf?
I'm
It's like, I know
going to
too.
destroy her.
Okay. So unfortunately, we have a law against that exact thing here in the town.
Well, Fleece is gone.
Subsection 4, Article 13. Do not destroy drow. Specifically.
Yeah.
They're an endangered species. So
We're a protected species.
I do not care for your laws, goat man.
Oh, well, that's
You
just hurtful.
either
That really hurts my feelings.
Oh.
I am looking for the drow named Rava, and if you do not help me, then I will kill you and move on.
Well, I still think you're redeemable. So if you want, we can go back to my shack, and I do have some blueberries that have been growing ripe over the seasons, and maybe we can whip up a pancake or maybe even some muffins, and we could discuss this kind of in an extended period of time. You look angry. You sound angry. I'm sorry. You don't look angry. You look gorgeous.
You feel on you, Fleece, as you just continue to talk, the annoyance that comes with Slowpool. I really hope you're keeping up with this. The annoyance that comes with thank you everyone for the support that comes with this Begander, this greater Begander. You see its giant eye and sort of all the other little eyes sort of um, glow, sorry. And
I start running towards it because that's bad.
Yeah,
and
Thor would let everybody know that she just heard Fleece call out to the
yeah,
Begander.
Oh, yep,
and that
definitely running
is
that way.
it's essentially it's activating its anti-magic cone in your direction, and we will start initiative at this point. You're
That's all
not
right.
giving
Keep
it
the
what it
magic
wants.
cone.
You need to go.
Keep the magic cone on the paladin. That's fine. Don't
I
target
know.
the
It's
wizard.
great. I love it.
Well then,
Okay.
I think I'm going first.
Yeah, I think Rava's pretty good on that. Looking at all of you. Luckily, I can actually see where all of you are at right now, so that's good. So we have Rava with an 18 with our Fleece. Then, if he decides to come into the fight, 18, 7, 12. Cool. And the gander.
Yeah, I feel like Fleece is going back to his instructions as an oath of redemption. Like, I don't. My teacher's like, I don't care how horrific they look. Always assume peace and wait until they kick your butt, and
Yeah.
then you can do something
Then
about
you
it.
can
He's
do
like,
something about it. That is incredibly fair.
and no monster
Actually.
has taken him up on blueberry muffins yet, which saddens him.
Like birds of a feather, you should stick together.
Just doing this, and then John, and then Thora. John. It says John, not your character's name. Malik.
I didn't switch over to.
It's okay. And then Thora. Because I also
There.
wrote Mitch on there for a
Or
second.
flock
So,
together.
yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so we are at the top of the round. I will say for those of you who are gathered at this council room to where Fleece is, we will say is 2 town blocks away. So we'll say it can. We'll give it 120 feet away from you. You guys are about 120 feet away from each other. So that's sort of how we'll go about this. So Rava, you are first in initiative. How would you like to start?
She's going to yeah, she's going to use a bonus action to put a hunter's mark on it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Hunter's mark has 60 feet, I think.
Okay. Then no hunter's mark.
Okay.
Instead, she's just going to do her. It's been a while. I'm
Move,
sorry.
Dash. Move, dash, bonus action, dash.
She's going to actually move away from it. 30 feet, but she's going to pull out her bow and aim at it and say, "Swift death to you who have wronged me."
So I will say this: when it moved down, you were obscured by buildings, so you can't see it. Like, you know where it's at, the direction that it's at, and about how long, like how many feet you are, But like when it moved down to talk to Fleece, it is in Fleece's 5-footer range. It is face to face with Fleece.
Can
A
she
few
move into a
blocks
place
down.
where she can see it?
You can try. Like you can, while also be like moving away from it.
No, just primarily to get to a place where she can see it.
If you want to climb on top of something, you definitely can.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
She'll use her movement to climb.
All right, sure. You you will be half speed climbing, unless you have something that because these are like buildings and you're not in your favorite terrain. So you move at half speed climbing the building, and we'll say that you can get onto. Most of these buildings aren't like skyscraper size. Like you're gonna get like a 30-foot high building at the most. But you could use your with just your rogueness. I think that would make you 45 feet. So you'd be able to get on top of a building if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You can get on top of a building. You can see it will be obscured by cover. But you
I
can
ignore cover. Sharpshooter.
That's right, you do have sharpshooter. So you see it's kind of like some goose holder eyes up there. Mhm.
Yeah, she's gonna say swift death to you have wronged me and activate her oath bow.
Okay.
And I get that extra D8 on the first attack
Yep,
because of Gloomstalker?
Yep. Well, you get an extra attack
Or an extra attack.
for Gloomstalker. You get 3 attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's what the Dread Ambusher is. It's the okay.
Yep.
So I'm getting sneak attack for this, right?
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
It has no idea that you're there, so I would definitely give you sneak attack for it.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this is a -5 to hit for sharpshooter.
Mhm.
Fortunately, but and the longbow and the oath bow are the exact same roll, but if I roll the longbow, it doesn't give me a wall of text.
I know.
Does a 19 hit?
The 19, yes, the 19 does hit.
All right.
Mhm.
Shut
the fuck up,
that
Nick.
Did not
Sorry.
roll all of the
damage, right? So that is just your normal attack damage. So go ahead and roll your sneak attack damage.
And these are +1 arrows.
Yep.
So it's 7, 8, 13. Oh. It was 18, 28.
28 damage. Okay.
And
that's your first attack.
I'm not going to sharpshooter these, and I don't get sneak attack for them, right?
Correct. Like you can't just like once you like hit it one time, it knows it's being attacked, so you really can't sneak attack on the multiple attacks.
Okay. But I still get the oath bow damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a yeah.
Does a 28 hit?
Yes.
Oh, now it's rolling the extra damage. That was a 22 damage.
Yep.
And then this time I get the Dread Ambusher 1d8, I believe.
Yeah, it's an attack. It's an extra D8. It's an extra attack. It's not an extra D8. Dread Ambusher gives you another attack. Your first round.
I'm gonna have to double check. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I play a Gloomstalker every week.
Does a 19 hits?
Yeah, 19 is hits. Yeah. Okay, another 22, right? That is a dope hit. A dope round for our girl Rana.
No, this is just 18.
Oh, it's just 18? Okay. I can't math.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
It's okay.
Cool. I will use my calculator because I am an adult who has been out of high school for 18 years. So, like, we're not...
it's 62 damage, I believe.
Right. But I have things. Is what I'm saying.
Fair.
All right, cool. So...
My dog needs to be let out. Apparently, I'll be right
And
back.
62 altogether, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Cool. All right. Cool. That is your turn.
I can bonus action hide.
Didn't you use your movement, like, to get up a building to bonus action, or do you want to? Oh wait. I guess I
Bonus
wasn't
action.
clear on some things, so yeah, you can go and use your bonus action to hide.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she will be
Cool. Roll your stealth.
hit
21.
21.
Okay.
That's a halfway decent roll.
Mm-hmm. I will keep that in mind. All right, cool beans. Excellent round for that. Next up in the round, we have Fleece. You're face to face with this, bro. You're in the anti-magic cone. It just gets pummeled with arrows. And you look around and you're like, what? Like...
Oh my. Are you okay, dear sir? Did you need help or something?
He's not okay. But...
Oh. I'll attempt to kind of touch it.
Okay. You want to touch it?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I can help that if you don't like do anything bad. You have to turn off whatever you're doing, but I can help. It looks like you're hurting.
Roll a persuasion?
Heal the goose hole.
like I roll a persuasion to see if it'll let you touch it for heals. Holy
can
shit!
I use
Cat.
channel divinity? Channel. So I have one of my channel divinity options is giving is emissary of peace because you have +5 in my persuasion.
Okay.
Can I do that with the anti-magic thing or?
Does channel divinity work in anti-magic? Let's see.
It is technically magic.
Yeah.
It is magic, yeah.
Yeah. So.
But God really wants me to do this.
I'm gonna.
Anti-magic works on God. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It actually does.
Okay. Divine directly to the deity states. Use divine energy to fuel. So they do not work inside an anti-magic field. My cat needs to leave. It does not work. So that's.
I'm like, oh God, come on, God! I need this. I think what is that?
Rava already tried being nice to this beholder last season. It didn't work.
Yeah.
I think
So
that's a
23 on its persuasion. It will let you touch it. You seem to be kind of helpful, but it's also not gonna dismiss free heals.
Yeah,
if that's what you're trying to do it.
Yeah, I'm like, let's just calm down here. Why don't you come down a little bit lower so you're not peppered, and let's talk about this. I can't heal you though if you're using your death ray.
He was in the anti-magic field is it's from the big eye, and it's like it's a cone. So it's 5 feet in front of you. You're just in the front of the cone. Like you are the front. He is in his 5 feet and was always in touch range of you when he came down.
Can I like step to the side so I can heal him? Just like
he's big.
Actively making this harder.
You can go behind him. Like.
Oh my god! Please.
And yeah, I'll heal him up.
Oh.
Perfect.
Like, it's okay. So I can heal up to 60. So I don't know what
you do whatever you want.
Yes, I will. I don't know how much damage it took, so I will heal it to as much as I can.
60. It took 62.
Okay, then. I'm like, okay, it's okay now.
Right,
let's
so
talk.
We kill Fleece first as the healer.
let's just talk. We don't have to get into a fight. Things are getting a little crazy.
Gosh.
It'll be okay.
So cool. So there it goes. You did that, and it's gonna use its legendary action to say thanks, and then use a ray on you.
The betrayal! Oh no!
Fleece dies first. Fleece dies first.
How could you? We were
All right.
this close to blueberry muffins. This
All right.
close.
So evens are gonna be if I roll on the beholder table, and odds will be if I roll on the begander table for these rays. It is an even, so we will roll on the beholder table with the D10. Do I have a D10 available immediately on here? I don't, because why would my Gloomstalker need a D10? Like, blueberry muffins, no!
No!
Like,
I'll eat the blueberry muffins with you, please.
Okay, thank you.
okay. Oh, God. Oh, okay. I need you to make a dexterity check, please.
Oh no!
That's my worst one.
Oh no!
But this
Luckily,
is
you
with
are a
a-
paladin. Yep.
Yeah, this is with a plus one.
Mm-hmm.
So 17.
A 17. Whew. All right. Good for you. It uses a disintegration ray on you. The target is a creature. You must succeed a 16 dex saving throw or take 10 d10 force damage. If the damage reduces the creature to 0 hit points, it will die. If the target is large or smaller, the creature is disintegrated at 0 hit points. But you're fine. If the target is huge or larger, you made the dex save. So, and it's not, it's a save or suck. So not save or half. So
Yay!
like one of the like noodle heads, like goose heads, just like turn to like honk at you, and you're like, oh shit!
Yeah, it bounces off my pecs, just like, yeah. Let's do this.
But it will use its movement to turn to face you again. So now you're officially in the anti-magic field.
Oh man, why?
I mean, it can't ray you in there, so.
I
Right.
can't do much to it either.
So you are right, Robin. It's an extra D8 force damage. So if you want to add the extra D8 force damage, you can.
It's I think it's of the damage type, so it'd be piercing.
Okay.
But magical, because it's the arrows. 5.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Rather than 67 points of damage, you just did 7 points of damage.
Doesn't feel very good.
Like, Rava, you can probably actually, like, see some of this from your vantage point. Like, see it actually happen? Like,
She dropped prone on the building and is peeking over the side. She's just like, what the hell did you just do? Why?
Beholder,
why would
it's
you
okay.
do that?
We're gonna get through this pain together.
Should I shoot the sheep?
The healing starts now.
Yes.
Healing starts now.
Yep. Alright then. Well, that was Fleece's turn. We're not gonna say this person's in combat. It is now the Begander's turn.
Oh.
And,
dear.
well, you're in 5 feet of it, so it's gonna bite you.
Oh no!
Yeah, because it can't death ray you because you're in the cone. But it will bite you. Alright. Does a 24 hit you?
Yeesh.
Okay, it did a 19 naturally. So just to let you know. All right, 4d6 piercing damage. That is a total of 16 piercing damage on you, bud.
Got it.
Cool.
Ah!
Just like bites you. It ouch. Yep. Ouch. All right.
Showed you only kindness.
So the rest of you, like, when you Malik, when you had yelled back for Joe to come over, she did. Her and Lash ended up kind of showing up behind you. And so what y'all see going past you is a spear just whipping. And Rava, you even probably see it, but you see a spear whipping, like weaving through buildings, like kind of think of about in the same way that from Guardians of the Galaxy, like his little arrow does,
Oh
right?
yeah, with the
Yeah.
yeah. I love-
That is
And
such a cool arrow.
yeah, but it's like a spear. And for the two of you that are there, it came from Lash. He threw this spear. And he's making a ranged attack on this beholder, essentially. Um, and he is a part fighter, and what he has is called, we'll link it for everyone to see. This is a jammy homebrew subclass of fighter, where you get to bound with weapons. And yeah, he will make that hit with his Gabe Weed with his spear, which has a total of. Let me look at this guy. Why can't I see his shit? Well, I'm just gonna click it again. Something's just going on with Roll20. Sorry, guys. God damn it, Roll20. Why you gotta be like this? Oh, that's
20, why?
Roll 20, please.
Why is it being weird? +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls move. Okay, so it's a +3. It's D8 +3. Magical damage. It has some cool little tricks on it. But he is also a rogue.
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack. So he does a grand total of 7, so 12, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21 damage on this guy. And you see, like, it's hilarious, Mitch, because like your satyr, Fleece, is just like there, and this thing is being plummeted by just projectiles while you were standing there.
Like, is anyone like around? Where are these things coming from?
Right, you're right. Like, how much did I say? 20, 12, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21. I said 21. And then, like, you also see as soon as it hits him, it just poofs out of existence. And y'all have, the rest of you see Lash going forward, and when he's like his 60 feet away, because he's a rogue and he gets a bonus dash, his spear just appears back in his hand. Kind of thing. So Lash did an attack and did his movement and a bonus action movement, so he's moved 60 feet closer. With that, it is now Malik's turn.
Move 30 feet ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And as I do, I pull out my spell book, which sort of hovers slightly above my left hand as I move. And that quill, that long black quill that he had been writing with earlier, appears in his right hand. And I very quickly sketch something in a blank page of the book and slam it closed. And as it slams closed, 30 feet above me, using my bonus action, a translucent blue sphere with arcane text encompassing it just appears 30 feet above me. This is me manifesting the mind of my spellbook.
Yep.
When the spectral mind of my spellbook is manifested, a number of times per long rest, equal to my proficiency bonus, I can cast spells as if I were in the position of the mind using its senses. So from 60 feet closer and 30 feet higher, can the mind see the Begander?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Cool.
then, closing the book, putting the book away, what spell? Yeah, I'm going to do that. he holds up another. He holds up his hand, says Jertfi, and as he does, a small red flame engulfs his index fingers as he's holding up the hand like this, which then engulfs the mind. And as he's holding it up, he takes his free hand, whips it around it, and the flame becomes invisible. As I cast Immolation from the spectral
Nice.
eye on the Begander, but I use my Awakened Spellbook ability to change the damage type to force damage rather than fire damage.
Okay, that's actually really cool.
Yes, it
Wizards.
is. Wizards.
I've never
so-
played a wizard actually, which is really
Wizards are great.
You
So
should.
I need
Force
the
ball.
Begander I
Force
need
ball.
the Begander to make a dexterity saving throw
All right.
or be engulfed in invisible force fire.
Gotcha. Is there a range on the force fire?
90 feet. which
90 feet?
30 feet closer, 30 feet higher should
Right.
be right at that.
Is it a? What I'm asking is, it also a radius on?
Oh, no,
the
it's
fire
single target.
itself. It's a single target.
It's
All right, that's what I
single
need
target.
to, because your sheep boy is there. That's why I had to ask.
Yeah, no, single target.
Cool. So it needs to make a dex save of 18, right?
Yes.
20. Okay, well, it definitely most likely fails because I rolled a 7 and its dex saves aren't great.
Yeah,
So it's
this
a
is-
9
this
total.
is-
Yeah.
This is Immolation, not Fireball, for those watching.
Which is also a very cool spell, but it's a force malation.
Yes.
Wait. Don't say that again, Adrian. So,
So yeah, this invisible force begins crushing the goose holder from all sides.
nice. 30 damage, right?
30 force damage. Yep.
Okay.
And on its turn, so on failed save, it takes that, and it's also burning for the spell's duration, which is up to a minute. So at the end of each of its turn, it repeats the saving throw and takes another 4d6 force damage on a failed save.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome. I like it.
So yeah, and that spell was cast from the spectral mind, not
Yeah.
from me. So
Right.
if the Begander looks around, all it'll see is this translucent blue sphere, and not the wizard.
Gotcha. Okay. Thora.
That's so strong.
It's very strong. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah. So I've moved, bonus action, manifest mind, action, cast immolation. That's my turn.
Gotcha. Cool. Thora, it is your turn, fam.
Yes, me. Okay, so I will move up 30 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna look at the closest building. That's about. Let me just look at this.
It's
real
probably
quick.
the building that Rava is on.
Yeah, cause like I
Mhm.
can. Cause I want to use my bonus
Which is a
action to
bank.
cast
Yeah.
a bank. I want to use my. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Misty Step to get up to the
Nice. Yep. On top.
building.
You're hanging out with
So-
Rava on top of the building.
Yeah, I'll hang out with
Gotcha.
Rava.
Mm-hmm.
And as I have clear sight of it,
From there, you
will-
don't have clear sight. The only reason that Rava was able to avoid the cover is because she has sharpshooter. So you don't have clear sight. You have sight, but it is
Yeah, I
obscured by cover. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So I think Thora's going to hold her actual action until like she has
Okay.
a better sight of the Begander.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna hold an attack action or a spell?
Yes, an attack action, a
Okay,
spell,
A
which
spell.
is the Firebolt.
Okay. So it's Firebolt's a cantrip, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Because for those of you watching, if you're holding a spell for your action, and it gets back to your turn and you don't use that spell, it does eat up that spell slot. If it's a cantrip, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, just to let people know about that. All right, cool. So, what is the specific thing that you are gonna trigger for the firebolt again?
Is when I have a better sight of the Begander, where I can have a
All
clear
right,
shot of it.
okay. When it's in full view. Okay, gotcha. when it's not obscured by cover. Sounds like a plan. We are back at the top of the round with Rava.
Okay. Oh, this is quite the predicament, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
she's going to try and. Is it possible for her to move 30 feet to kind of shoot from a different angle? Can she curve her arrows?
I assume that's what sharpshooter is.
Technically, thanks to the
Yeah.
curvature of the earth and the effects of wind, yes, you can curve your arrows.
I mean,
Like
the
that-
in
archer's
real life can do that.
the archer's paradox. Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay.
Like that's what I imagine what sharpshooter is to kind of
Oh,
be
yeah, absolutely.
able to curve your arrows through cover, like to get to something. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's
Mhm.
being able to tell how the wind is blowing well enough to fire to the left and still hit the person in front of you.
All right. She's going to try and hit it again with a her sneak attack oath bow.
Yep. You're coming out of
Thing?
hiding. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She gonna go pew pew.
All right. So this is with sharpshooter or not with sharpshooter?
This is not with sharpshooter,
Okay.
but
Definitely
she is at
does not
advantage.
hit. Yeah. Definitely does not hit.
She's at advantage though, because she's
It's an
she was in-
advantage, right? But it's not with sharpshooter, so that's covered, right?
Well, no, it's a sharpshooter just ignores cover, and then sharpshooter lets you like target something with an even more
Right. But you're not
precision to
using
do
it.
extra damage.
Yeah.
No. Sharpshooter ignores cover. And then it
Yeah,
also
there's a-
does this.
There's a
There's a-
passive and an active aspect to
Oh, okay.
sharpshooter.
The
active
passive is
aspect-
you ignore cover.
Yeah, the
the pa-
active
oh.
aspect is you reduce your
I
attack
guess.
by 5.
Yeah. I guess I've
Complete low damage.
always. Because
Oh,
I have
Rob,
always,
this is-
I will say that I have always ruled it. I have always ruled it. If you are shooting but not shooting with sharpshooter, that doesn't count because it's passive, but like I find the balance of that to be a little off. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, I mean, that's how it's been running
Okay.
for 2 seasons with Brava. So I don't know if you want to change it now or.
Well, I'm not gonna fight you about it, so we'll just say okay. Like what a
The balancing
26.
aspect is you don't get the bonus damage if you don't
Right,
take the
right.
5
Okay, I see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not worried about it right now. We never had to worry too much about cover in the past, so that was like the other thing.
She rolled terrible damage wise.
She did. So 11, so that is 17 damage, right?
Yeah, and she'll shoot again.
Mm-hmm.
27.
Yes. Thank God you have. Well, why would you have advantage this time for your second attack? Oh, you don't have advantage.
Oh, I
sorry.
don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
yeah, 27.
24. And then just get a bonus action hide.
Yeah, go ahead and hide again. Roll your thing.
29.
29 to hide. Thank you. Okay, so 17 plus 24 is
Brava is made of sneak.
11, 3, 5, 51.
I feel like because Thora's kind of the same building as you, because she go like pew pew and then
Yeah.
hides.
All right, so 51 damage.
Essentially.
And did you roll your sneak attack damage?
The first time, yeah,
Okay.
that was why it was like, oh god, why is it only 11? That's oath bow and sneak attack.
Oh, they're combined. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She rolled 2 1s, 2 2s, and a 4.
Gotcha. Oof. Oof.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Cool. All right, you pummel it with arrows again, and you hide.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my reroll. I used a reroll. I used a reroll. Slow pull. So please take that off of my sheet. Cool. It will, after being pummeled with arrows and a spear twice, it is going to use its legendary action to turn in that direction, and which means that the anti-magic field is in the direction of Rava and Thora. It's 150 feet. But you know what? No. It's gonna just turn its eye, not its big eye. It's gonna turn its multiple other goose eyes to look in that direction, because Rava, It found you.
Oh no.
I used my reroll and I got a nat 20 on my reroll. So, on
Are
five.
you sure? Because
Yes, I did.
Rob is in cover too.
Yeah. Like, you rolled a 29. It found you, is what I'm saying. I'm very sure that it found you, because this is a legendary action. And it is going to do a ray
hide
in
forever.
your direction.
Alrighty.
Alright, so it's an odd, so we're gonna go on the gander side of things. Great. Okay. Oh, so you, as it kind of, all of its eyes turn on you, you sort of feel like your legs, and it makes a sound, but a ray doesn't come your way. Okay? But instead, you...
Do I get a save?
I'm reading this. Give me a second. Oh, hold on. It's 3. So let's look at the 3. Oh, never mind. You're right. You do get a save. You need to go ahead and roll a DC 15 Wisdom save for me, please.
Nat 20.
All right, you're fine. Great. So you feel all of its eyes just come on you, right? And
Robin makes a heart with her hands.
true, but what happens is you feel this wave of like the moment of like, shit, it found me. So there's a slight wave of fear that takes you, but you're able to shake it off and then make a heart at it. Like, but what it will do, giving Fleece an attack of opportunity if he so wishes, and also activating for Thora to go with your firebolts, and we'll do Fleece Thora in that direction. Fleece, will you take its opportunity attack as it moves? Yes, you
Yeah.
will. Go ahead.
This
All
is
right.
non-lethal damage, by the way.
Okay.
Non-lethal.
It will always be non-lethal damage.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Gotcha.
As
Is
I'm
it-
like, I have my staff. I go.
It's okay. It's under the effect of spells. Is it its turn that I'm taking right now?
No, it's
You gotta roll damage for the quarterstaff.
Oh,
did it
you
not
know
do
what?
it?
You're correct. Sorry, it's not moving, so never mind. I forgot that it's just doing its legendary action to do that.
Oh, okay.
So
never mind.
not yet, but it's you have it. You'll get this, and we'll keep that roll for when it does move.
Okay.
But Fleece, it's your turn. So do you just want to use that to attack it with instead of the attack of opportunity?
Smite it!
mm,
Smite it!
I don't
Light
think
it.
that's evil. I can't
It's evil as
realize
fuck.
it. I'm also like, I don't
Smiting
know
is not
about
evil.
this.
Smiting is inherently good.
No, I'm just talking about like I just it doesn't feel appropriate. We're good here.
You think you're good.
I'll
You're
just-
the only one.
Yeah. I'll just like hit it in the back. So I'll use
Okay.
that.
Oh yeah, go ahead
crit
and
just
use
be
that.
like,
You're fine. All right, go ahead and roll damage. So to roll damage, if you don't know, you just click quarterstaff in the chat, and it'll roll the damage for you.
I'm chaotic
Aw.
good, which means fuck your mom.
Oh,
Yay!
Is your
oh
quarter?
my god.
Oh.
Is your quarterstaff magical?
No.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, it's just a stick. It's just going like,
It's so my second attack is a 16.
Which misses.
I'm like,
Just
Oh,
like
my.
waving the stick at it, like no, stop.
Whatever I thought this fight was gonna be. Yeah. Okay.
it's even better. I think that's it. I mean, other than like he'll go into the front of it wherever it's like aiming its deadly geese eyes at and be like, "Oh, hold on, stop! Don't be killing
Christ.
people."
Okay. It's not gonna listen to you. Okay.
What?
It is now the Begander's turn. It knows where Rava is. So this is when it's going to move. So Fleece, if you would like to have your attack of opportunity, now you can take it.
Fuck it with the
Uh,
stick.
You can
Fuck
yeah,
it
I'm
with the
gonna
stick.
I'm gonna whack it. I'm
go
gonna
ahead, whack it with your stick. I believe in you.
Whack.
A 20 does hit
Yay.
it, so yeah.
Yay.
Same amount of damage you did with your crit.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh man.
And Thora, it gets within your vision.
like-
So go ahead and roll your firebolts, please. Is it a dex save for firebolt, or is it
No,
a
that's
spell attack?
fireball.
Gotcha.
Firebolt is a ranged spell attack.
All right, go ahead and roll your ranged spell attack.
All right.
23.
Does a 23 hit
Yeah, 23 hits.
for 19 points of fire damage?
Nice. All right, dope. That you now. Cool. Gander still didn't have his turn, just moved. Did its movement. Sees Rava because it found you. We're gonna evens and odds this one more time. It is odds again, so that's the Begander.
Oh good. I look forward to this.
That's the Begander thing. Okay. All right. I need you to make a DC Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, good. I might just have to. Yeah, I'm just gonna nat 20 it.
You're gonna nat
Just
20 it?
no.
Okay.
I don't care what ray it is. No.
Okay. It was the paralyzing ray.
Yeah, no.
Okay. And it also needs to make its save for Malik, right? At this point, when
Yes,
it's ending
so
its
another
turn.
dexterity save.
Cool. I am keeping up. Oh, it's been a while since I've done a fight this big on stream, so it's all right. Fails its dex save.
All right, so that's 4d6 force damage.
All right, roll that for me, please.
16 more force damage.
Nice.
As it from
Eh.
all sides.
Nice.
It's also shedding bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet for whatever reason.
It's in the day.
just- Not that
it's
that necessarily matters,
it's like 4:00 in the afternoon.
it's just it's a beacon of light.
And it's
slowly
not
being
winter,
touched by
so
light.
it's daylight. I say that it's dark here at 4:00, guys. Please save me. With that, that is its turn. We're gonna go to our boy, our little fighter rogue, and once again, he's gonna move to a point where he can get Hunter's Mark casted onto it. And which means he will see it, so he's not going to need to use his special ability to throw his spear. He's not bonus action, so he's not advantage, so he's not going to get sneak attack. But that's a total and Lash misses. So that's cool. I forgot he was also a fighter, so that's okay. Misses. His spear appears back into his hand, so he's able to do it again because he has a second attack as a fighter. So just attack. It's as long as it's his turn, his spear can reappear in his hand. That's it's his bonded weapon, and it's also a special magical weapon. You guys can kill him for it if you want. Misses again.
How would I even use it? I'm a wizard.
I don't know.
Tactical
It's a
brush for
thing.
it.
And he misses with both of his attacks, which makes it Malik's turn again.
So I'm gonna duck into an alleyway because I don't need to be visible for any of my for at least the next 4 spells I cast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my bonus action to move the summoned mind 30 feet closer, but on an angle, so it's moving around, so that in order to look at the mind, it would have to look away from Rava.
Yeah.
And I will pull out a lodestone and reach into a pouch and pull out a small bit of dust. Sprinkle the dust over the lodestone, toss the lodestone to the air, clap my hands around it. And as I do, say Sidrama, and I will cast Disintegrate at the Begander from the Spectral Mind.
All right.
It needs to make another dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Do you want me to roll it or do you want me to use my nat 1?
I can call that after you roll it, right?
You don't see my rolls, so it's up to you.
Yeah.
That one, no.
You want me to nat 1 it?
We can figure out your roll by your tone of ooh after you roll.
It's up to you.
So actually, that's the question. Can I use it before or after I know if the saving throw is a
I have a preference for before. Like I just
Nat 1 then.
Okay. It will
I
nat
will
1 the
use these
disintegration roll.
resources.
Okay.
Alright, so
now
takes
that it is nat 1,
10d6 plus 40 force damage.
go ahead.
So-
Yes, do it.
Hang on.
Do it.
So 80 force
Oh!
damage.
Very nice.
As the mind sort of shifts around and the lettering on it spins
Mhm.
slightly, and then the small thin green beam of energy lances out and strikes it.
So just
Taste of its
because
own medicine.
hey, yeah, for sure. Just because normally I don't share where they are at in hit points, but I would like to do this so that everyone can respond appropriately. It currently has 69 hit points.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fleece has it from here. Thank you for your help.
It is, yep. All right, cool. So, anything else from you, Malik?
Bonus action, move the sphere. Action, cast disintegrate. I'm good.
All right, cool. Now it will use a legendary action because that fucking hurt, and it sees Rava. So, like, it hates you. like it has a grudge.
This little
Robin
orbiting
literally
Death
did
Star is
nothing to it.
raining
You
damage
know-
on it, but it's still focused on Rava. I love it.
I think that was like the point. I think what it was like it wanted you to release it like there in from the fucking carnival and you didn't. And I think that's what the grudge is about.
Rava talked about releasing it.
It's
Like
it,
overheard her
confused.
talking about releasing it.
Yeah.
She wanted. She was.
It's
She's
been
wa-
transformed from a beholder into this monstrosity. It has no mind
But
left.
it also it doesn't really care about Thor or anyone else. Like that's like the thing. Like Fleece
This
only
is
gets
true.
hit because Fleece is in the way. Like
Hey, I matter.
You healed it.
All right, so that's yeah.
So there.
It would
Why
be
did you
dead
heal
right
it?
now if you hadn't
So that's
healed
an
it.
even. So that is an even. So cool. I'm gonna need you to make a dex save, please.
You're a rogue. You're good at that.
Oh, I think I'm gonna reroll that.
Yeah, go ahead and use your reroll, please. Slowpool, I hope you're doing a great job at this. I believe in you. All right, 22. Very good. Cool. That's good because otherwise you wouldn't have done. It was using its slow rate on you, so your speed is not halved. So you are fine. All right, cool.
Robin makes another heart at it, just like
Yeah, Thora.
she blows it a kiss.
Yeah, Thora, that's your turn. Now it's your turn.
Oh yeah, it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Oh, this is gonna be so much. I'm
Yeah.
just fixing something with my lightning bolt because for some reason the attack thingy
Yeah.
didn't get added to
Yeah,
it.
now
which
that
is
it
good.
is like moved and it's in the air, we can say it is now closer to 90 feet to you instead. And for
Mhm.
Fleece, it's 30
90
feet in
feet?
the air from you.
Alright.
Seduction
Yeah, I'm just
doesn't
fixing
always
something.
work.
Sorry. Okay. All right. I think I know what I want to do. Okay. So I just look at this thing. It's like about like you said it was like 60 or 50 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
About 50 feet away. Okay.
90
So-
feet. 90 feet.
Oh, 90.
Mhm.
Okay, I can still use this.
Mm-hmm.
So Thora sees this. She's going to try something.
Okay.
You're just gonna see like her hands is kind of like move. It's like she closes her eyes and speaks primordial as she casts this spell.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to cast Storm Spear
Okay.
on. Let me just get the spell out because it's Oh my god, why have I? Come on, work with me here. Thank you. All right,
20-foot radius sphere.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's a 20-foot radius sphere
Mhm.
that is centered on the point that I choose its range, which is kind of like a bit above the Bagander.
Mhm.
And as it is so it starts to swirl around as like lightning starts to strike everywhere. And since the Bagander is inside the sphere, I'm gonna need it to make me a strength saving throw, DC 17,
Okay.
because this thing is freaking lying. And I rolled really horrible.
All right. So a DC 17 strength,
Seven.
you said? All right.
Yep. Oh, it fixed itself. That was very strange. It does not look like that on my thing.
Ooh, it makes it.
Oh, okay.
It rolled a natural
Um.
18, so
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
it
okay.
did. Yeah,
That's
that's
okay.
fine.
That's not the
The
relevant
sphere is
part.
also considered difficult terrain.
mhm.
Yeah. And I can use a bonus action on each of my turns as it's concentrated to cast a bolt of lightning
Mhm.
from a creature of my choosing within the center of it, and
Okay.
I can use that bonus action to cast a lightning bolt at the Bagander. So I will
Okay.
do that as a bonus action.
All right, that sounds
Within
great.
within 60 feet of the center, so it doesn't even have to be near it if it
Yeah.
moves
Yeah, I
away.
know. It can be 60 feet from the center, but I'm going to do like a storm inside of it, which is really cool. All right,
Yeah,
so
go ahead. You try it.
can I re-roll that?
Do you have a reroll?
You
I do.
actually you have advantage on the attack roll if the target is inside the sphere.
Oh, I do.
But it did make the
I did
deck
not.
save, so
The strength save.
The strength save is just against bludgeoning damage for being in the sphere
gotcha.
space.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you have
All right.
advantage.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the
All right.
second
All right.
time and we'll use that as an advantage.
16.
Still misses. So do you want to use a reroll?
Yeah, I do want to
Okay,
use a
go
reroll.
ahead. Go ahead and use your reroll.
Let me just put the advantage toggle on this,
Yeah.
because let me just do that. And
If you want, you
Yeah.
have a
20.
nat 20.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
a
I do.
nat 20.
Yeah,
you could
20
use.
does hit.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that'll be about 10 points of lightning damage.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that you're throwing shit at it, do you have anything else you want to do? That's your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Cool.
That's
All
my
right. It's going to use a legendary action to be like, oh, fuck whatever that is. Like, and you're gonna, let's see, evens odds. Let's go with this. That is an
Let's
odd.
do this. Let's do
That
this.
is an odd, so that's on the goose
The
table.
goose. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and make me a con save, please.
All right. I can do that. Oh, that's
All
a
right.
20.
You are not paralyzed by its
Yay!
honkiness of honkness, paralyzing honk. You guys are doing pretty well with this. This is
I would
why
like
I
to say
gave it.
free
This is why I gave it its max HP, by the way, because I knew what I was coming into.
I'm just gonna use my free action to look at this and be like, this is my first time finding something like this. I don't want to fight this again.
I don't want to do this again. No. All right. Cool. Cool. Okay. So that's Thor's turn. Rava, we are back at you.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Rava is going to look at how fixated it is on her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to just shout, "You want me? Come and get me."
Okay.
And I guess in order to tumble, I would need acrobatics if I were to hop off the building, right?
Yep.
To not take damage. She's going to do that, and she's going to do a full run down the street and try to duck into something and hide again.
All right. Go ahead and
But she's making it very clear on what direction she's going. So acrobatics to tumble.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics.
I think she's okay.
You landed like a cat. Like.
Lava accidentally drags it past where Malik's hiding. It's like,
Pretty much. Like. All right.
She's trying to draw it like away from
Okay.
what's going on.
Yeah. So jumping down, that's 30 feet of movement.
All right. And
Okay. With your
she's
acrobatics.
going to-
And you're gonna bonus. And you're gonna hide down there.
she's going to do she's doing a run action, and then she's gonna bonus action
Okay, so you're
hide.
gonna. Okay, so to do an acrobatics check is an action for your turn. You know that, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
If you're trying to jump or something, but if you're just hitting the ground to
You
avoid
literally
damage.
Jumped.
You literally jumped.
Oh, fair enough.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
okay. That's fair.
Is it? Yes, I said so. Like it's an acrobatics check.
So
Yeah.
she will try to duck under something out of sight, like get full cover.
All right,
and
so
hide.
you will do your hide from your bonus action hide right here.
Yeah, she will.
Okay, go
she
ahead and
will
roll
try
your.
to get it completely break line of sight.
All right. Cool
Oh,
beans.
well, okay.
Very good. I
Okay.
like it. Very good. I like it. The algorithm
stealth is
enjoys
so stupid.
the algorithm enjoys the fuck out of you.
It enjoys Rafa hiding,
So many nat 20s.
but my damage rolls are abysmal.
Yes, but your nat 20s are there. No one needed to pay you money.
Ooh.
Like, Baby Shark is an X here. Thank you. All right.
I have
That
kids,
is
no Baby
Rava.
Shark.
That's your turn. It sees you move, but just because it can, and it still sees Thora. Like it has 3 legendary actions. It's
Oh, yep,
for
okay.
per its
All right.
turn. So this is like its
Yep.
last one until it goes again.
All right.
All right, let's do this. All right,
It just sees me just
you're there, but you also have this thing on him, right?
Yeah, I do. I have
Um,
the storm.
Yeah.
It counts as difficult terrain, so it's gonna be a little hard for me, but I don't think it would count for a Bagander.
Yeah. So
Difficult terrain, still difficult terrain, even if you're flying through
Yeah.
it. Actually, particularly if you're flying through it.
yep. All right.
Planes
Cool.
hit turbulence all the time.
It's true. It's very much true. So let's go ahead and see what it's gonna try to do at you here. Where's my D10? There it is. All right. All right, make a wisdom saving throw for me, please, as
Alright.
the scariest honk that has come out of this honker is honking at you. Like,
Can
The
I?
spooky honk.
it's a
Can I
spooky
use my
honk.
I want to use my nat 20 on this.
On this save?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, you're saved.
Yay.
You are not afraid of the spooky honk. All right.
No, I am not afraid of spooky honk. Honks don't fear me. Honks fear. I don't fear honks. Honks fear me.
Fleece,
Have
it's
the
your turn.
underwear.
It is 30 feet in the air from where you're at. As far as it's concerned, its large eye is still facing you. It is not turned to look and activate. Its anti-magic field is still down. It is not. I've never specified the anti-magic field leaving yet.
Still
On its yeah.
Yeah.
The cone
It's
is
probably
in
gonna
that
be any-
direction. Yeah.
You probably should get out of the magic cone area. The anti-magic cone area.
It's big. It's a 150-foot cone.
Yeah, not really having much else to do.
Yeah.
He's gonna throw his quarterstaff at this thing.
So roll it. So a bludgeoning staff.
Yeah, just like.
Happens when you try to throw a thing not meant to be thrown.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead.
Rules
perfect.
for
I think this is going to like.
Yeah, but at the same time, you are a paladin, so it's a quarterstaff with it's a spear without. It's a javelin. It's a javelin without. It's a blunt javelin at this point.
So here's
that's fine.
It's a
I'm
stick.
gonna use my my nat 20,
Okay.
and I'm going to divine smite it.
Okay.
What level?
But is that a spell?
Let's see what spell
that a
slots
spell?
I have.
It's a. If
Oh
it's a
no,
spell,
I can't. Yeah, I
You
can't.
can't smite it.
So I will just crit it with.
I mean, if you move out of the cone, you can smite it.
It takes
Yeah,
very hard. It's
gotta move out of the
100
cone.
The cone's too big now. Like
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's
because
a
of how
150-foot
yeah.
cone and it's 30 feet up, which means
Mhm.
that like most of that cone is the
Yeah.
ground around you.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm just going to crit with my thrown quarters dash.
I love it. Like this is the best paladin I've ever encountered.
Okay, let's see if I get it right. So
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
do 11
Yeah.
damage. I'm like, huh!
I mean, you do 5.
Hey, don't take this from me. I don't want to know that.
Slowpool also plays a redemption paladin, so he's just going to excuse you. Roland is great too. Well, I was also being sarcastic because he's the best worst paladin I've ever met. There we go.
I
have
play
to
a glory paladin that's basically just a Greek himbo right now, and it's really great.
There you go. So,
Yeah, so that is his action.
Do you have any bonus actions that you'd like to do?
Not with the anti-magic thing.
Well,
like to
it's
move?
the
Would you like
Begander.
to move?
It's
I'm good. I like to be under it, so just in
He's a
case
bottom.
it needs a hug.
Um,
Yeah, he's a power bottom, really. So he's like, if you need me, I'm here. I will be your bottom, your rock hard foundation. Just fall into my arms, oh glory.
Power bottoms are very valuable.
Exactly.
Somebody clip that. So like,
Oh gosh.
all right. So it is now its turn, and it's gonna turn its anti-magic field towards Thora.
No!
So
Damn it.
here's the thing with the eye. Where
Yeah.
is it? Your eye, Malik.
Oh, it's like further away because it had been moving around so that
Right.
in order to look at it, you'd have to look away from Rava, and Thora was basically next to
Gotcha.
Rava.
And you, yep,
So,
and you.
still fine.
All right, your eye is still
Not
fine.
that turning it off would have mattered because I'm the one concentrating on the 4 simulation, not the
Yeah.
eye.
Very true. All right, so sorry, Thora, and it will move closer.
Mm-hmm.
Is it moving towards Rava or?
It's moving towards where, yes, technically moving towards Rava, but it's still flying. It's not above. Like, it's gonna move in that direction. So technically moving closer to Thora. And I don't think it can. Let me see what its movement is actually, real quick. What was your
blast
hide?
freeze.
Your hide was 34. Okay. Its passive perception, I'm just gonna throw this out for you, Rava. Its passive perception is 22. So without making perception checks, if you roll under a 22, it will find you. With your stealth, yeah. Just to let you know that.
It's mad at me.
So I have to roll over an 8.
Gotcha. All right, cool. All right, it only can fly like 20-ish feet, but I'm giving it 30 feet because it has geese.
I think it's also like it's like 50 feet away from me. So
it was 90.
Oh, 90. Okay, yeah.
It was 90, but it's also a ray, so
Yeah.
that's all right. So
I gotta
it'll
get down to this
move.
building.
Yeah, I'm giving it 30 feet movement because it has tiny wings. So and because it already moved 30 feet, so I'm just gonna do that. It's gonna move closer. And it's going to use a ray as an action on you, Thora, because you're kind of the only thing other than Fleece that it sees.
Yeah.
And as far as it's concerned, Fleece is not a threat. You are.
Oh, come on. This is hurtful.
That's the true evil, Fleece. It disregards you.
I know, right?
Right?
It used you for your healing powers and then left, ignoring you entirely.
It's okay. I'll be here when it falls.
Okay, so go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
Oh.
Thora.
Oh no.
They're the best.
You're a sorcerer. Strength is your good.
That's right.
Which is a 19. Luckily for you, a 19 is fine because you just needed a DC 16.
Yay.
Luckily, so as it like stares at you, and we're doing this for flavor, so you're fine.
Okay.
as it stares at you, you almost feel like you're about to be moved. Like it's about to like move you. But you're like plant your feet and you're like, no.
No.
Like, no. Because it was gonna use its telekinesis on you. So that's luckily for you, you're fine.
Yep.
Cool. That's its turn.
Yep.
It needs to roll its dex save.
Another dex save. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
DC 18.
Ooh, it makes that one.
All right, so it is
Mhm.
no longer affected by the force immolation. The bright glow that it had been emitting vanishes.
Cool. Very cool. All right, it makes that one. It rolled a natural 19, which is a 21. So.
Yep.
All right, cool. That's its turn.
That's fine. That means I can concentrate on other spells.
Yep. We're gonna try and see if our boy Lash can throw his spear at him. Oh, yes he can. Good boy. And he hits with both with a sneak attack on one. He is hunter's marked, so that's good. Which means 4d6 and a d8 for the first attack, plus 3, because hunters mark with the d6. So that's cool. Okay. Just counting. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 on the first hit, and then on the second, it's just a d6 and a d8 plus 3. So 10. So 30 damage altogether for Lash, our boy. Our little boy down there. I say little, he's in his 40s. But and he does like the same thing where it just like foop, foop, foops. Because he's got a magic spear. Alright, cool. And I have to use all of the Begander's shit. Like, we're just gonna have to use it. And this time he's gonna use it on Lash. He's gonna use a ray, because now he sees Lash, and it's like, oh great, another minuscule little terrible thing trying to do things. So it's gonna roll on the odd table, which is the Begander table on Lash. And
I just love the fact that this is a thing.
yep,
This
it's
is
a
actually
thing.
a thing.
And he rolled a 4. Oh no. Alright, so Lash needs to make a DC Constitution saving throw. 15 saving throw. Alright, where are you at in your con saves? You have a +2, Lash. Let's see what you got here. Woof. And he makes a 15 exactly. A 13 plus 2. So
Yay.
he saves. So does he take half is the question. Because so this guy is yep, he does take half. So essentially what's going on, he's taking a thing from Thora, and this particular goose honks, it's called the Thundering Honk. As it makes this is the loudest honk that you have ever heard. It rattles your bones and the buildings. It's that baritone sound that's made in Inception, like, you know, that we all know and love, hate? I don't know. Like, womp. Yeah, exactly. And he'll take half of 66. Because I gotta use it. Oof. Good thing it's half. 10, 18, 19, so he will take 8 thunder damage. Cool. Thank you, as I say to myself. And that makes it Malik's turn.
Finish it off, Alec!
Bonus action, move the eye a little bit further.
Yep.
I reach into one. Each hand goes into 2 separate pouches, and pulls out a small, like a small ball wrapped in paper. in the ball being made of guano. The other hand pulls out a small bit of sulfur. I hold the wrapped ball up in one hand, powder it with sulfur, toss it up in the air, clap it between my hands, pull my hands apart. And as I pull my hands apart, a small bead of fire begins to grow in the middle
Nice.
in the space between the hands.
Hmm.
I pick it up on top of these two fingers, use my other hand, spin it around. As I do, the ball of fire freezes over into a sphere of ice.
Hmm.
As I am going to cast a fourth level fireball, changing its element from fire to cold.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh,
It's a fourth
as
level
I
snowball.
as I sort of finger forward with the ice ball, it
Yeah.
disappears, reappears in front of the spectral eye,
Yep.
or in front of the spectral mind, and
All right. Deck save, right?
yes, dexterity saving throw.
All right. I'm trying to read. 19.
All right, so that's a save, but for half. So
Yeah. I mean, you still could
uh,
kill it for half. So go ahead and roll your damage for it.
so that's 41. Sorry, that's 39 points of cold damage.
Okay. So half of that,
Halved
right?
to 20.
Yeah.
Be halved to 20. 4.
Wow. How do you want to do this?
yeah.
So I imagine that it's that the because it's emitting all these honks. So I imagine that the main mouth is open,
Mm-hmm.
and so the little teeny tiny like pea-sized ball of ice
Mm-hmm.
into the gullet. You hear the sound, and
Mm-hmm.
then it just explodes as a ball of ice from inside it.
So there are
Uh,
projectile begander heads. Like
Oh.
I
frozen bits of frozen gore explode all over
yeah,
the town.
just
Yeah.
everywhere, nailing into things. Your encounter is now over. You're not dead. Congratulations. Um, I will take a quick pee break. You can. Do you also all need a break, or do you all want to like plot against me in public?
Oh, we want to plot against you in public.
Okay.
I could use a
Wait,
break
wait,
just to
I
get
need,
a drink and
I
use the
need to do
bathroom.
this.
Yeah,
real
go
quick. I
ahead.
need to do the.
Okay, so we won't.
I gotta wait.
So I will go. No, I'll go ahead. We'll take an actual real break. We will throw up the splash page again, and we will take a fiver. So,
Okay.
all right, everyone,
Da,
wave.
da, da, da,
and we are back live, back from our break. Everyone is rehydrated, peed, all of the great stuff. We just defeated the Begander,
Yay.
like of the Nay, and our party narrowly escaped being plummeted by frozen geese necks, like in the but the fight is over.
Yeah.
The
First
crowds
things
that
first,
had
Rob.
kind of dissipated are all kind of starting. You had some people that were in their homes and in their houses. They were sort of uh, ran inside. Everyone is coming outside. Fleece, you feel like around your arm someone just grab it. It's like, you were so brave, mon cher. I saw you fight that horrible thing. As Beatrix comes and congratulates you.
Yeah. thank you.
Rava's going. She's pissed. She's going to stomp over, pick up Fleece's own staff, and clunk him on the head for like one non-lethal, and just be like, "Why did you heal it?"
It like just because he has this big afro, it just kind of goes boing as it pops up, and it's like,
I think
Well,
it doesn't hurt much.
uh,
It clearly wanted to kill all of us, and on top of that, all of the and like she's ranting, and it just she's very focused, very angry, and then just
yeah,
like
yeah. Mm-hmm.
uh she stops and she's looking
Uh-huh.
between you and Beatrix. It's like
Beatrix
like,
just
"Wait a
has like
minute.
her hands
Wait a
on her
minute."
hip, like waiting, like you interrupted her, Rava, and she's not happy about it.
She recognizes that very angry and sassy glare, and just
From the one
Beatrix,
eye you've ever seen from her, sure, I'll give it
yeah,
to
like
you. Yeah.
Robin just sort of stops, stares for a good 10 seconds, and then Beatrix gets a hug and just,
Oh.
I am
Oh.
so
Hey.
happy
Hey
that
guys,
you're not hurt.
can I?
Of course you can. Come here.
I am so happy you're okay. I thought I was afraid that like Lilith had taken you away and you were going to have to do horrible things again, and it would be terrible for you, and then I didn't know what I was
Oh,
going to
honey,
do,
that
and I
is.
wanted to make sure that you were
Oh.
okay, and you're okay, and I'm
Oh,
really
yeah, and
happy
she's
you're
just
okay.
like patting, like she's like patting your back, but like that thing where it's like someone who doesn't like to be hugged, but she understands how important this is to you. So she's just like that there pat, and she's like, oh, don't worry, don't worry, we are fine. I am fine. As you can see, I am very fine. I have established a new point of operation. I have made a new friend. Look at him. He is good friend.
And they said you left. They left you at a cafe. I'll go pay your tab, and it'll be okay.
No, it's
And
fine.
everything will be great.
I don't have a tab anymore.
Rava just sort of like you can hear the dial-up noise. It's just like, wait, what?
Well,
So
How do you not have a tab?
oh, because they just gave me the building.
Yeah, it was very swell, honestly.
Yes,
It's
mine
Is
now.
anyone hurt? Does anyone need some health care? It's free.
in an alleyway 2 blocks away. The book comes out. I erase the signs that I drew in it by swiping the quill across it. The mind disappears. I step out into the alleyway and call up, "Are you okay, Thora?"
Yeah, Thor just peeks up from the roof, being like, "I'm okay. I just need to figure out how to get out off this rooftop."
You got up. Well, you missed
I
stuff.
got it through magic.
That's true.
He's a cat.
I cast Dimension Door and appear next to Thora. I think they're over there. And I'll sort of take Thora's hand and cast Dimension Door, and we'll step through it next to where Fleece and the other two are.
Oh, hello. There are people coming out
yeah.
of dimension doors.
I know, we're all back together. Wasn't that a swell fight?
Rava realizes she's still hugging Beatrix and stops.
That was interesting. First time I've seen that combination. I don't think I want to see that combination again.
It wasn't like that when we were in the Shadowfell.
It
It was just a normal beholder. Not that that's much better.
Like Malik gets this look on his face, like he's comparing a normal beholder to the Begander and trying to figure out which is worse.
I think
Yeah.
the beginner's worse.
They're so much worse.
So it's kind of getting about evening time,
It's
and
about dinner time.
Yeah. What if we put in a good hour on cleaning up our community, and then meet up, preferably at the new diner that Beatrix has, and we can have
If
a
that's
good
what
talk.
if that's what you want to call it, I could have steak ready for in about an hour.
Oh, that would be.
There-
Oh,
Which,
I
by
don't
the
know
way,
if-
I don't know if you've noticed, but there a reason why getting supplies for a restaurant is so expensive?
Yes. Fleece, if you need a reminder, we sort of have business with them and the councilwoman.
are they
back
open at
the
this time?
Council. We just walked out the door.
Oh,
not
yeah.
even
So
It feels
Kinda
like
need to talk to them
it feels like
about
several
what just came out
weeks.
of the sky.
Yeah, that's fair.
and also you, I say, pointing at the succubus and then Rava.
yes, tall, dark, and handsome, like we've met.
No, the others need to.
I mean, if
Yeah.
Right, but the thing is that you said yes, but you didn't give me an explanation. You just started talking to him. That's kind of rude. I'm just saying, it's incredibly rude.
That yes was not a confirmation so much as it was, and I'm acknowledging what Fleece was saying, and then
Oh, you were
informing
talking
him
to
that
the
what-
goat.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Well,
Also
it's
rude.
not appropriate to call me a goat.
Oh, I apologize.
Um,
What do you like to be called?
It's okay. You can just call me Fleece.
Okay.
Yeah, Fluffy is another nickname that I found very
Mhm.
endearing.
Out of
but-
characterly, whenever I do that, it's just because with my my cognitive abilities, I just forget I know names but I can't say them, so I'm just saying the first thing that I
No, it's
recognize.
totally cool.
Yeah.
And I think
Just
it's
to let
perfect.
just to let
Yeah.
you know. Like, it's like I know what your name is, but I can't say it, so I'm gonna say like the closest thing that comes to it.
Yeah.
Once I start to like
Ru-
really know your names, it'll be good.
So
Rava's
I say an hour, clean up the neighborhood, then head out.
Rava's
Yes.
going to naively suggest that if we're going to meet with the council and Beatrix now owns a restaurant,
I love how
Just like-
adorable you guys think it's a restaurant.
It's a brunch.
That is
I
in
look
character.
over. I look over at it. Can I see the sign?
Rava looks
It says the
unbelievably
orange.
confused.
It says the orange door. There is currently a kobold standing as a bouncer, and you're starting to hear some.
That's not a restaurant. It's a club. I just sort of say out loud.
Oh. Are they going to have dancing? Like dancing
Oh
classes?
yes, there's definite. Well, if you would like a class, I'm sure we
Yes,
can
I would-
arrange it. Okay.
I would like to
cast-
sign up for every class.
Rava just walks over, peeks her head in the door, and just walks back, and she's like, I don't know what I expected.
I very rapidly cast prestidigitation on our surroundings to clean up the gore. Like, we should go now.
All right. Cool. Okay. Let's skedaddle skidoo, as they say in the north. Let's go.
They say that in the north.
So I'm pretty
Like,
sure I heard that.
How far up north exactly?
Because I'm in
'Cause-
Canada.
Yeah, like in the northern area where there's snow and
Further
and
north
stuff.
of Canada is just the North Pole. I'm just saying.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Polar bears say that, don't you know?
Okay.
They know that they say that.
Okay. Okay.
Clear.
I believe you. All right, so you guys press it like as you walk, you just prestidigitate
Yeah, everything
the
I see
stuff
just
that you see that's gore. Cool. There
and
are
and
gonna
it's
be
literally
people.
just
So you actually do see, you actually see a familiar face to all of you. Kind of gathering the parts of this are a litter of wolf puppies.
Oh, I nearly forgot.
oh
Can
yeah,
Robin
no, they
collect her
definitely don't
arrows?
need to be eating these. Mira,
Yeah, sure. You
quick.
like. I'm not worried about ammo. Okay. Um, like it probably. Here's the thing: if you're gonna worry about ammo, they probably exploded with the rest of the goose holder. Like, think about that. So just don't worry about arrows. For like,
Yeah, yeah,
unless we're in a dungeon, which we probably never will be for this campaign. Don't worry about
and
them. Um, so you're gonna yeah, so Kevin's puppies or his nephews and nieces are all helping
yeah, no,
him
they
gather up the body parts of this.
they definitely don't need to be eating those.
They're not eating them, they're just gathering them. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just every like as he's walking, he's just Mira and snapping his fingers, and things disappear as he walks.
Does that mean like the actual gander heads just disappear from the puppies' mouths?
Actually, it's just the mess they leave behind.
Okay,
So no, the meat's
gotcha.
still there. The gore is gone.
Gotcha. Cool. Gotcha. Because, Kevin is gonna
I
do
can't make
something. He's gonna study the shit out
yeah.
of this.
I
Like,
can't make like solid objects disappear. I just make
mhm.
the blood and splatter go away.
You guys return to the council room. Beatrix did not follow you. You return to the council room. Lash is sort of waiting there, and Joe is waiting there. Malik, your dad, is there. Darkheart is there, and they're like, and Evan. Uh, and Lash is gonna be the first one to talk. He's like, you guys, are you guys all right?
Yeah, doing great actually.
Yeah, you look
It's been
actually.
a really good day.
Yeah, okay. That was a good day for you, Fleece? Why do I ask?
Yeah, it was
I'm surprisingly okay. I thought I was gonna kind of get moved for some reason, but I stood my ground. I think I'm okay. That was very strange, and I don't think I want to go through that ever again.
Yeah, Thora was amazing. Truly, the thing she did was fantastic. A testament to the city. And honestly, I believe there should be a party for an appreciation party of some sort.
I hate beholders.
I don't, and this will be Joe speaking, and she goes, I don't think I've ever met someone who likes them. You all
I look,
seem.
I look over at my dad and go, "There was that one guy."
um, yeah, it's and your dad like acknowledges this, and you just you recall a story of like there was this one guy who also knew a Drider and a Minotaur who are also boyfriends with each other that would sometimes have a beholder as their third. So
That's all Alex says. Just there was that one guy, and then goes back to writing down
Yep.
in the book.
Oh
Nothing else. He does not elaborate further.
No, but
Oh,
this is what your dad is. This is what that's being elaborated for context.
Okay, okay.
Not
yeah.
elaborated, but just for context. For everyone else. But also to break Bloodcree here for a second. So anyone else who's watching from season 1. So the Joe is gonna be like, you all. Yes, I wanted to meet with you all, but you did just fight a Begander. Why don't we reconvene in the morning and you take the evening? I'm tired and I just watched that. So,
Yeah.
like, why don't you sort of reconvene? Rava, I can give you accommodations in my home. That is not an issue if that's what you would like.
Oh. Well, I have my own place nearby, and of course, if anyone wants to stay, we do have the bottom and top bunk available. But thank you again. It was really an honor to help out the community in
Right.
this way.
Brava will just. I graciously accept Joe. That would be lovely.
Excellent.
I have been
in the Shadowfell for, by my perception, a week, and I could use a hot
It
bath
sounds.
and just.
I will definitely get staff to get you the bubbliest, warmest bath as possible.
That
Oh,
would be lovely.
wait, you
Yes,
have bubbles?
of course I have bubbles.
I would like to partake of these bubbles,
I
if
think
that's
that's up
okay.
to Rava because
Oh, well, I don't not together. Like,
okay.
obviously, like I don't. Nah, not bubbles in that with her. More my own bubbles, preferably. Though, if she's okay,
Hmm.
we could share bubbles. I guess if you want to conserve water, but I
It is
understand.
a fresh water is a rare commodity here, and so are
Yeah,
bubbles. So
yeah.
I mean, he can have the bubbles. It's fine. I don't need anything fancy.
no, you're gonna get bubbles. It's fine.
Yeah, I
Joe was just giving Fleece a hard time. um,
Robin doesn't know this. She just got here.
yeah. Like this is just Joe being a little cheeky. Because she knows Fleece well enough on how he would respond to that.
And
So
then Rava just doesn't get the joke.
does not
It's
it
just like old times.
just goes right over his head. Yeah.
Just like old times.
Well, all right then. So the plan is the rest of you have a lovely evening in your homes or wherever you're staying. Do you also need a meal provided for all of you? I can provide a meal if you want.
I'm
uh,
gonna go keep an eye out in case any other goose holders appear.
Okay.
I think Beatrix was going to make steak, and we
I'm
need to
sorry.
talk.
What?
Beatrix.
The gun?
She.
The gun is a succubus that owns a restaurant now. Well, a club.
I mean, she was always a succubus.
They offer
Yes.
dance lessons.
But Rava will just take the firearm out and just, like show where the eye used to be. She's not in here anymore. The seals were broken apparently. We don't know for how many of the weapons. So, if you know where Nexroth is,
No.
What are do I
you might want to deal with that.
Mhm.
Ugh.
question?
Mhm.
Now that the weapon's been presented, do I know anything at all about these weapons that apparently have demons in them?
Ooh, go ahead and roll a history check, please.
Ooh.
24.
Yeah. So probably clearly before you were born, when your young father was in his youth, because you know a good bit about like the history of Dree and kind of how she came to be. One of the things that the whole reason that we are the way that we are right now is because Dree denied her little half-elf boyfriend a wish to live as old as she could because she gets bored of things quickly because she's a golden dragon and lives forever, and she's like, no, I'm not going to grant you that. So her boyfriend Cadus, a half-elf wizard, went and found an archdevil named Lilith. They began an affair. Dree got jealous. Lilith thought it was fucking hilarious. So they fought about it. Dree won. And by winning, she sealed Lilith and her generals inside of these weapons.
Rava did mention by name previously as well. So
Yeah. But there is a moment in that Joe kind of, like, as you say, just unsealed. Joe looks a little fucking pale because you're like, where's Nexroth? And she's like, no, because, there was this fight where her cousin had the ring on his finger and was a Death Knight because of it. So she knows what Lilith is capable of. And now it's kind of coming to her perspective that there's an archdevil on the loose.
So with
That's a
that,
problem.
with those bits of information, could
Mhm.
I surmise whether or not basically all of those seals are now broken
You can
or
you
not?
can have there's an inclination that
I
probably
mean,
the
you want to examine the gun to
yeah
see if there's any
um,
lingering magic on it?
yeah
Yes.
Yeah, Rava will hand it over. It's not loaded.
okay
She doesn't leave it loaded.
I would like to inspect this thing to see
Okay.
how it was sealed previously, and if that'll give me any insight as to whether or not there are now many devils roaming around.
Okay,
Don't point it
yeah.
at people.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check, please, on the gun.
Oh, he puts it down on the floor, opens
Or
the
you
book
just do
next to it,
identify.
starts reading it. Yeah, I'm going to identify it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Um. Sorry, Nick was like, "What's the cost of giving Beatrix?" It doesn't matter. Beatrix isn't gun anymore, Nick. Like that's what it is. So as you cast Identify on it, there is lingering magic on it, but it also sort of guides you to opening up. So it's a Winchester, right? It's or not a Winchester. It's a Colt. So it's a revolver. So you open up the casing, the where it's loaded, and you look and you see
Open the breach.
yeah, you open the breach and you look at the inscriptions, sort of in there, and it was a very very specific spell that was put that something that a golden dragon, a great worm of Bahamut, is capable of doing, and probably only that she is capable of doing. As far as you can tell at this point, like you could probably get a very similar powerful creature to do something, like she could have just cast and wish and made it happen, kind of thing. Like that's something.
Dragons, genies, and other greater
Yeah,
extraplanar
yeah,
things,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah, big lady. So and there are there are probably two catalysts to release things. You could release things them individually, like there were individual release spells that were sort of scattered, and that was a plot point that no one ever like explored before. But
Rava still has that book.
Yeah, you
with
still have
the
the book.
with the
Yeah.
on it.
But
She just couldn't cast
the
it.
other catalyst is if Lilith is released, she has the capability of releasing everyone else on her own. Because she's had Honcho.
After looking at it for a few minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain all of them have been released.
Oh, good.
Oh, I don't know why, but I'm feeling really uneasy about that fact, and that makes me even more confused. Why would I feel uneasy about this?
Well, all of the generals of a archdevil's army are released from the prisons that they were trapped in while still being on this material plane. I'd be uneasy too, in fact I am.
I know of, other than Beatrix, I know of two others. Beatrix's brother Thibodeau and Nexroth. Nexroth might be a problem if he's out, but Thibodeau won't be.
Generally, all
He's-
devils are a problem.
No,
matter-
he's happily married to a high elf woman.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for them.
We met her. She owned a hot springs in the mountain range that Rava would remember, but I don't because it's been a year.
Yeah, it's a hot spring, and I'll just kind of go to the map. It's probably not there anymore, but it is also the hot spring that Joe's son was born at. During the hot springs episode, it's in this mountain range here. Boop. That very very large cone
up.
that you guys see is currently an active volcano. Just
In
letting
fact,
you know.
that's exactly what Rava will say. She'll say, "Oh, it's the hot spring where Joe's son was born." I'm, and there's actually a very nice kenku that lives there too.
There was.
So,
And Joe does actually know where Thibodeau and his wife are, so luckily enough for that. They actually are located in Dawn, and she will tell you that.
Oh, that's wonderful. Maybe we could reconvene with them at some point.
Mhm.
I would love that.
back on, you married a weapon?
Yes.
Yes,
Not a weapon. I mean, obviously, it's not a weapon.
Weapon at the time.
and I'm
Yes.
certain Beatrix will want to go make sure her brother is okay too. Rava says candidly, very candidly.
Yeah, very candidly. But yeah. So what's the plan? We got some. This is you guys got some free role play essentially ahead of you for this final couple like 40ish minutes. So what do you guys want to do? What's your before I start throwing shit at you like again? Like,
I asked for bubbles, not shit.
uh,
Well, you can't always get what you want.
yeah.
It's a mud bath.
Yeah, mud bath.
Oh no.
Well, actually, I do want to ask, like, what's like the weather outside right now as it's starting to come to evening?
Yes, it is a nice 6 o'clock in the evening now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, is like the weather like still like cloudy? Is it like starting to rain?
It's it's a typical Pacific Northwest day. We'll say it's very cloudy and a little damp.
Okay,
It's
then.
always damp. Like you guys haven't
Nice.
you guys probably have to take vitamin D supplements. Like that's just how it works here.
Okay, okay.
Rava's probably going to go have the dinner that Beatrix promised because she doesn't want to not
Yeah.
if Beatrix goes through the
Yeah.
trouble of making it, she's not going to say
Yeah.
no
Yeah, of course.
because that's just rude. And she also wants to talk.
Of course. Are you gonna take your bubble bath first before you go?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You'll take.
And she's
Yeah.
going to actually clean up first because she's been adventuring in the Shadowfell. She
You're
smells
also-
like Shadowfell.
Yeah, you're also going to be presented with clean pairs of clothing, just like common clothing, like at least like pants, like trousers, shirts, and Joe is also like technically a ranger, so she understands that like you need like hardier gear than normal people, so it's like made of twills and things like that. But also, if you want a nice pair of clothing, there is also a nice pair of clothing there. She'll even ask, like, do you want anything fancy for your dinner with your girlfriend?
She's not real well. Something nice.
Okay. Would you like a silk blouse?
I don't think I've ever worn silk.
I have some leftovers.
That would, that would be lovely.
What's your favorite color?
You can pick a favorite color.
Yes, you could pick a favorite color. You guys are about the same
Rava-
size, so.
Rava looks legitimately like pensive. Like, is there a right answer here?
Of course, there's a right answer.
This is so out of her wheelhouse. Rava, just pick something that you think would be nice. I'm bad at this.
Well,
I shoot
kind of
things with my bow.
She kind of thinks for a second. It's like, well, with your skin tone, we'll go on the warmer side. I have, you know what? I think goldenrod would look nice on you.
I don't know what color that is. Okay, sure.
Like the flower. Like the flower.
Oh, literally. Oh, okay.
Okay. And did you want a skirt or pants? And you can see Joe is enjoying herself in this moment, okay? Like, this is the girliest shit she has done in a long time. She's 48 years
dying.
old, but she's having a great time, like, with this. Like,
Let's go with pants. Skirt seems a little bit too intense for me right
alright,
now.
what material would you like your pants made out of? Twill? Also
There's more than
silk.
one.
I have leather.
With the leather pants.
Just whatever you think is good.
She's
God,
just,
silk
she's
shirt, leather
just-
pants, Rava.
you will, like, as you're sort of, like,
do the
in,
full Bon Jovi. Let's go.
as you were, and the way that the bathroom is set up her home is attached to the council. Like, she's not gonna waste resources and build, like, another building, to live in. Like, she has an apartment upstairs. And as you're getting ready, kind of thing, you are left like this this very lovely goldenrod color blouse with like flutter sleeves, and a nice scarf, and just some nice black twill pants, so you don't have to, because she wasn't going to torture you that much. And that's just sort of left because you have like it's a big bathroom. Like servants could walk in, like staff, we'll say staff can walk in and like place things on, and without like disturbing you or anything like that. You get dressed and possibly like leave. And as you sort of like open the door from like the bathroom, you run into somebody that at first it feels like somebody that you've met. It's a very tall, handsome, dark-skinned young man with dark brown hair and golden eyes, as he kind of like looks down at you like he was trying to go into the bathroom, and he smells like he just came out of wildlife himself, and he's like, "Oh, sorry."
Excuse me.
Right.
I didn't mean to.
I didn't realize that
Should I
there was company.
I roll insight?
Yes. Like I didn't realize that we had company, and he's gonna just step to the side and is like, "So who are you?"
Oh my god!
They're not here anymore. Like, I don't know if you've heard. The gods are gone. Excuse me?
No. Like, I rolled a nat 20 on my insight. Who
Yeah,
is
you
this
did.
person?
And I'm also assuming that that's like the in-character reaction to roll to just realizing that this is the baby you helped deliver.
Yeah, just
So he is very confused, and he covers his ears, right? Because you screeched, "Oh my god!" Like that's
Yeah.
canon. He's like,
and she's just like, "You're Joe's son."
Yes.
I saw you when you were this big, and Robin just has her hands
This big.
like.
A lot of people have at some point in my life, because I was that big.
No,
Yeah.
I was there when you were born, and then I was in the Shadowfell for like 25 years, and now you're huge.
Yeah, he's like 6'2". Like he's not a small person. He's 6'2". He's got this young Hugh Jackman look about him, except brown. Like,
I mean, though Rava is 6'1",
mm-hmm.
but like,
right, but he's still considerably not a
Yeah.
small. He's a hefty boy. And it kind of just clicks for him, and he's like, "Rava,
yes.
cool. Can you move so I can go to the bathroom?
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Thanks."
She
And
steps aside.
there's actually kind of a look of disdain on his face as he goes into the bathroom to wash up himself.
She looks a little bit like, huh? She does not quite understand that look.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little look of disdain. The rest of you, are you also going to the orange door for steaks? No?
Yeah.
Is someone dragging Malik to go to the orange door for steaks?
I'm doing the thing I said I was going to do.
What are
which
you gonna do?
is Finding an empty rooftop somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
like taking a chair with me, setting it down,
Okay.
and I'm going to study my books while keeping an eye on the skies to see if another like weird goose beholder abomination decides to pop out and attack the town again.
All right. Fair. Fair. Go ahead, while you're up there, go ahead and roll me perception. Or, yeah, it's perception. We're going to make you roll perception as you are looking to see through the
Just
skies if anything
keeping
crazy
an
is
eye out.
happening. Mm-hmm.
Flock of geese.
Yeah,
More
a
power
flock
to
of
them.
geese.
I don't necessarily think anything will happen, but I also don't think it won't.
Yeah.
So
So with a
Roll perception.
12, like as you're kind of looking, it's now that like things have calmed down, it's just a very, very typical night in Abatona. There is a nightlife, like when we're thinking like apocalypse towns, think about the beginning of the first Mad Max, where there's still some semblance of like humanity, right? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have a lot of inspiration for the entire canon that is from Mad Max to Fury Road when it comes to building this apocalypse. So, because it is my best reference. So this town is like that town to where there is still an ocean, there is still some semblance of society that at least has been maintained in this town. So at most, you do hear honk, 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 honk behind you.
Look behind me.
It's Kevin, and he's made a puppet out of one of the heads. And he has a joint in the other hand. You want some?
Stare at him for long enough to make him uncomfortable.
He doesn't become uncomfortable.
Damn it. Stare at him for like a few seconds. No. And then turn back.
I got edibles. Is that your preference?
Not tonight.
All right. Well, I'm not babysitting anymore, so can I come hang out with you?
If you want.
Cool. And he's gonna like sit. And he's a gnome, and he's already this tall, but
Yeah.
he's gonna a high wizard. He's gonna come and like sit next to you on the floor, and kind of look up at the
I
sky.
imagine I'm like in a lawn chair like sort of situation because Malik is so large. So it's like
Mhm.
rather than him sitting up high, he's sort of sitting long ways in this lawn chair.
And he kind of looks up at the sky, and you just see very magically a little break into the clouds where you see the crescent moon. And he's gonna go, nice night.
Hope it stays that way.
Same. I got your back, man. Thora.
Look over at the goose puppet.
It's been cured and everything. Like, it's like... Thora.
Oh my god.
I got your back, man. Looks at goose puppet. Scene.
Yep. Yep. Thora, what is your plans for the evening? Are you going to the Orange Door tonight?
She will, but later on because
Okay.
she's a little bit unsure about Beatrix because of that uneasy feeling that she has about her.
Mhm. Well, I
And
think
she's just-
it was, so not to interrupt you, but like in the conversation, it was brought up, Beatrix is a succubus and is Rava's friend. And
Mhm.
clearly, Beatrix has some level of affection for Rava, and Rava has a lot of affection for Beatrix.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Thora's had a long day and she kind of needs that little bit of a breather before going back into all that action. So she's going to go to her usual spot to relax, which is by the docks in the harbor, just to listen to the sound of the ocean waves and just close her eyes and just listen.
Cool. You're gonna be sitting on the docks of the ocean. All right.
Yeah.
I got it.
Sitting on the docks of the bay.
I'm gonna get back to you. As we cut to the Orange Door, Fleece, were you the first one to arrive there? Is my guessing, like, as soon as...
Yeah.
Dope. It is a fully operational strip club now. Somehow Beatrix has just managed to make this happen within the span of 5 hours.
But she probably has like 20 cha, so
She's a succubus. Like,
yeah.
she found who she needed to find, and they did what they wanted to do, and they did it incredibly well. So, there are strippers.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
And
That's
you,
why Malik isn't there.
and you are escorted to the VIP booth on the second floor. on the
Oh
balcony
my.
to essentially overlook everything. And you're, I guess, like waiting there for a bit, being served whatever you want to drink and whatever you want to eat.
Oh, a nice bit of lemon water and the same meal I always get from my brunch place, which is like French toast with some nice red jelly.
This
Oh
is a
my
Wendy,
God.
sir. I mean, this. I mean, um,
And you
this.
give me that frosty.
And like the staff, he's gonna kind of look down at you, and he's we'll just say he is an elf. He's gonna look at you, and he's gonna be like, I this is the dinner hour. We don't have breakfast being prepared right now. I could ask the staff. Please don't tell Madame Beatrix. If it does.
Of course not.
Okay.
How are wages here? Is everyone being compensated in an
Oh yeah,
equivocal
we're
manner?
being. I mean, I wouldn't have taken this job, but we're gonna.
Okay.
The way that it hopefully establishes that, and he'll just stop, is so we don't pay taxes. I shouldn't talk anymore. What? we Everything is paid in cash, and we are paid it for in cash.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna want to pay taxes. If a government is truly acting in a fair manner, then they're gonna be using that tax money to take care of people who cannot take care of themselves or having some issues progressing in life because of probably past kind of systematic oppression of some sort. So I'm going to encourage you to pay your taxes, and I am sorry, but I don't dine at places that don't that don't kind of do that fairly. You need to make sure you're kind of protected and everything. So
Oh, okay. Then we pay
yeah.
taxes.
You just no. Don't you know? All right. This might have a lot of fluff on my hair, but doesn't mean I'm a silly nilly. Okay.
Should we roll persuasion and insight?
Around this time, the booth reopens, and this is about the time when you have arrived and you have been escorted by staff to the booth, and you see Fleece like arguing with this poor waiter, the server, like, and he just kind of looks over at you, Rava, and is just probably like mouths to you in Undercommon the word help.
Rava just steps up. Fluff, are you healing people you need to be healing again?
No, I was. So it was brought to my attention that this place might be paying their employees under the table via cash, coin, in some way, and so I just wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they didn't know. Startup businesses are a little bit difficult. It takes 7 years for you to kind of get that income back.
I don't
or
really
at least start
understand why
making a
he's worried,
profit.
because everything's being comped for this booth tonight.
Well, I want to make sure that the government gets their fair share. If
The apocalypse is happening at the moment. Is this really the biggest concern?
Just because the apocalypse is happening doesn't mean society breaks down. Okay.
That's especially what that means.
That's it.
we have
That's exactly what that means.
we have a bastion of hope, decency, and civilization here.
As you're waving your hand around, you feel in this lecture.
Can Rava make an attack roll to shove a roll in his mouth?
One second. One second. A large pint of ale just is like placed in your hand, and Beatrix is like floating above you in like places. Don't worry, Hunty. I am as legal as I can be. It's just that, you can only do so much in 8 hours.
Yeah, like that's why I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure you'll take care of it.
How are you? It's good.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic blouse. And she's gonna like wave the staff away out, so it's just like the three of you. and she's gonna make herself, she is wearing more clothes than normal. She's probably just wearing like a very, very slinky little black dress with straps, with a very, very deep V-neck that goes all the way down past her belly button.
Rona's just gonna be like, thank you. I didn't get here as quickly because I wanted to have a bath because I've been in the Shadowfell for a week and there was no
Yes,
bath.
I was
so-
at your hip for about a year and some time. You stank. I'm very
You
glad.
You didn't have a nose.
Rava is currently sweating in cool.
Like, and she kind of like pauses, and
You
it's like,
stated more than once that you didn't have a nose.
it was only to make you feel better.
Wow, it's
You lie for the ones you love. What can I say? Are we being joined by anyone else, or is it just the three of us? Do you know the plans of your
it's just us
companions?
three. I might go hunt Thora down later just because I'm concerned their well-being. But Rava, first off, you look amazing. That dress, yeah, it's gorgeous. You look gorgeous. We're glad you're here. If you ever want to talk about what happened, let us know. We're here for you. This is kind of our support group. Building that foundation right here and now for you.
Rafa, where did we find this? It's so sweet. We have to keep it.
Thanks.
We keep
As
him,
long-
right? We're keeping him, right?
As long as he doesn't heal any more beholders.
I am sorry. I was giving the beholder a chance to redeem himself. I didn't know it was going to attack me.
If we
There's
run
like-
into a monster and it actually starts to back off, then you can speak with it. But this was not the case.
It was speaking to me.
I said
I
when
think-
when it starts to back off.
It was this close, I feel. Like every morning I make blueberry muffins in the hopes that when that day I will be able to serve it up to my enemy and we can be friends. And
I spoke with the beholder and talked about possibly whether or not to release it. It was on the table, it was being discussed, and the beholder was still threatening me from inside of its cage.
Yeah, what's up with that? What's the history between you and this beholder? It seems like there's a lot of emotional just stuff going on there.
I met it last week and we traveled in the same group and I was in its proximity for a week.
Hmm.
And I tried to be nice to it,
Yeah.
but it didn't work. That is the extent of my relationship with the beholder.
I wish we could get to the bottom of it, but maybe in another lifetime we can figure out what was truly bothering the beholder.
But I thought you were the bottom.
Oh, you. That was a nice joke. I think it was very swell. Thank you.
Rava looks like she's trying not to laugh at it, but she's laughing at it.
Rafa, we never had this discussion. Do you consider yourself top or bottom?
Rava like just her brain just stops for a minute. Either way.
Oh, she is switch. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
High five.
Rava's not used to this, but she'll give the high five. She is so awkward right now. It's adorable.
It's very adorable.
I'm glad we could have this lovely dinner and bubble baths later. It's gonna be great.
Oh, you're going to
Exactly
take a
that.
bubble. You're going to take a bubble bath with him.
Yeah, the Lord suggested a bubble bath would be nice, and I never decline on a bubble bath.
I actually had my bath because
She had the bath without she fleece. What are you going to do about that?
I will have my own bath. I have a few toys that I like to bring in for such occasions.
What kind of
So-
toys?
Well, one is this little duck that I got from a friend down the street. It's light enough so that it floats, and you can even blow on the mouth, and a little quack comes out from the back end. My secret though is if you pull it down a little bit in the water, it'll blow bubbles. So I'm looking forward to that.
First he heals a goose, now he blows a duck.
Well then, okay. And like that's not what she expected, but at the same time, there's like this look on her face. It's like I didn't expect that, but why should have I expected anything different? Um, um
Admittedly, that's essentially the look Rava has too.
and it's
Just
like in this awkward moment of silence that like you guys start to get served like dinner and food and drinks and stuff since y'all are apparently the only ones that are gonna be there that evening.
Yeah. Speaking of which, how did you two meet? And I see a little bit of something between you two. Is that?
Oh, she is absolutely in love with me.
Oh wow!
Mhm.
Congrats. That's.
I get that a lot.
amazing.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You'll be in love with
Rava
me soon enough,
chokes.
too.
Rava chokes on her drink.
Is this reciprocated?
Absolutely not. I mean, there's a
Oh.
platonic love, and I appreciate her for what she is and everything. I'm sorry, but she and like Beatrix just kind of pauses for a second. Is I do not share her orientation.
Fleece will look at Rav.
Not sweating queer.
Yeah.
But I platonically will give her a gratuitous amount of things, whatever she needs.
Well, that's awesome. It's good that she has support in
She
that
is
way.
my best friend.
Oh, that's amazing. That is
Rava
good to hear.
Rava still looks like she went from a little bit melancholy to looking like she's about to die again.
Oh. Oh no.
So
Like,
Rava,
she is melting.
Rava, now that you're back on this plane, are you gonna get back into the swing of things? Are you gonna? There might be some speed dating going on.
Don't say swing when you're in a strip club.
What's the worst that can happen?
You get invites.
Oh no.
So what you thinking, Rava? What are we gonna do for the remainder of the week?
I think priority 1 is stop the apocalypse and then figure things out from there.
Well,
I mean, do
don't
we want
forget
to
to live your life.
Yeah, do we want to stop it or do we want to take advantage of the situation? Like, if the apocalypse is happening, we can just adapt to it.
Beatrix,
Yes.
if the apocalypse happens, it's going to seriously cut into your fun time.
Right, on this plane.
I can't argue with that.
Would you like for me to take you to Midgar? I could take you to Midgar. I have a place
What
there.
the heck's a Midgar?
Oh, it's another realm. I lived in this city called the Big Easy. We had lots of really fun parties. I had an establishment just like this.
That sounds amazing.
It was a little less magic though.
Oh.
Trix, you were stuck to me, and I was carting you around for a year, wherever you want to go.
In love with me.
Yeah. Oh man, you guys were really close too. You like just thinking about the sweat and the kind of you were on her hip, right?
Yes.
I found her in a box.
Yes.
But you carried her on your hip, like as a dagger, or was it a sword or something, or?
Oh no, I'm a gun. Or I was a gun.
Oh, you're a gun. Cool. Cool. You guys want to do mojitos?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's do mojitos.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
And then for the remainder of the night, let's drill respectfully our lovely newcomer to this plane on her future.
Wait, what?
Um,
halfway through her drink.
Yeah, so as you guys, as the three of you get fucking drunk, that evening. And like possibly Fleece even getting his first lesson and making a few silver. The we cut
Can I
back
roll for
to
that? I
Yeah,
would.
I was about to ask, can we roll for that? Because if you get Rava smashing up, he will try to.
it's just for flavor, but go ahead if you
Performance
insist
checks.
it. If you want to
Performance or
Yeah.
acrobatics?
performance.
Can I roll acrobatics?
No.
Fencing is
Okay.
performance, not acrobatics.
Oh my god, I have a -1.
I have a +1. Oh, hold on. I'm
Never
gonna use
mind.
my
Rava, you make a few silver. And Joe is not getting her blouse back. So
I'm gonna use my re-rolls for mine. I did not like
for your
that.
performance, okay.
Okay, that's good.
Okay,
we're gonna
you
do it
also
again.
make a few. Nick, please delete those 2 re-rolls from Penny's sheet.
Oh my god!
Those 3 re-rolls from
How many do I got left? Do I got 1 left?
Jesus Christ, you
Yes,
just
you do have one left.
Come on!
11, 9, 8, 11.
And
There you go! I just said it. There's another one.
there's one more if you want to use it. If for that 100 biddies, I'll even let you take that nat 20 instead of re-rolling, if that's what you would like.
Oh, I would.
Okay. Fleece, Beatrix wants to know if you would like to work for her.
Okay, I would be into it only if we are allowed to unionize. And
course.
second, all the money gets donated to I don't know. I think we should like go out together and find like a cause that we both like.
All
Top in
right,
the
I will
apocalypse.
let you go find the cause. It's almost like there's
Yes.
gonna be a cause as a thread at some point. Speaking
What
of,
Very drunkenly, what if the
Mhm.
cause was
like orphans,
bedazzling?
bedazzling.
Like the process of putting little stones on anything?
Yes.
I guess that'd be a nice community thing for the kids.
So Beatrix like stops you there for a second, Rava, and she goes, I am a devil. And I know that if you're going to at least do a cause and for charity, it should actually benefit someone, Rava. But dazzling doesn't benefit anyone, not even wannabe cowboys. So
I am very drunk.
right. So like my suggestion is, do you care about orphans? That's usually a good place to start.
Yeah,
Yay.
that's a good one too.
When Campbell disagrees.
Oh,
Like-
Rava, maybe we can adopt kids and like co-parent them.
Do you want to get married right now? I have my license.
I don't know about marriage.
Oh, so
but
you
I
just
think
want to have children without it? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't judge.
Like,
I'm
what
just
if-
wondering. It's
Yeah,
just
what if-
easier to adopt if you're married.
Oh, that's
I could
fair.
do it right now if that's what you want.
Oh God.
I'm gonna roll for that.
Yeah.
What's Thora doing right now?
Oh, I'm gonna get to Thora. Don't worry. But this is in a wheelhouse. The two of you to be convinced to get married in the strip club tonight is going to be a persuasion versus opposing Cha.
Opposing
Also,
Shaw?
If
Yes.
Charisma.
Wouldn't it
Charisma.
be insight?
No,
it happens, it better be an Elvis equivalent.
absolutely.
the-
Like you're even
thank
saying
you.
this, and she is
Oh
already
my
like dressing up a
God.
kobold. Okay. Like,
Charisma saving throws.
Rava's
Not super fond of kids.
According to the chart, you have another nat 1.
yeah.
Uh,
Here's also the thing. So do they.
I'm just saying, if one of them wanted to use it.
So here is my question to both of you, because I will give you the option for a divorce when you're sober. Because this is very important, and I would like your consent for this. Can I force the nat ones on both of you?
Do we have that once?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, we all had that once.
Everyone has nat ones.
How did we get that one?
There was a
Fine.
lot of Nick kept up with it.
Oh no.
Great. We're gonna get to that wedding next time because we need to cut the Thora. And you know what? There's somebody who needs to be a part of this that's not gonna be here until next time. So, Thora, you're on the
Yes.
docks.
Yes.
Just kind of chilling, right?
Yeah.
And you hear the splashing of something in the ocean water.
Okay.
Do you sit up and kind of look?
Yeah, Thora would just like hear this and just be like, that's very odd. And she's going to take a peek at the water. She will take a peek.
Alright, you're gonna look and you see someone in a rowboat paddling towards the dock.
Oh. Yeah, I'll just look over and I just see this. Who is it? Only one person in the rowboat, or
There's only one person in a rowboat. And
Oh.
with your dark vision, you can tell
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a red-headed half-elf. That's about all you can tell, and she's gonna turn to look at you. And before she opens her mouth to say what she's going to say to you, we're gonna stop right there. Because I'm not gonna speak for Kyrie. So with
Okay.
that, thank you everyone for coming and showing up. I had a great
Yay.
time. You can see us back here next week. Same time, same place, with a very Vegas style wedding about to happen.
Same bat time, same bat time.
So, with another cast member as our friend, whose actual name is Lilith, our friend Lily will be joining us back next week. So there will be 5 faces here, and 5 players here instead of 4. So we're looking forward to that. As far as the rest of the week on the channel, you can catch us again tonight. We got some at 6 o'clock PST. We have some more Dungeons and Dragons goodness with Revenge of the Gith. That'll be what that is and see how that goes. And then on Saturday, you can catch 2 of us again on Emberwind, and then we are back here again next week doing exactly what we're doing here. But that's me. That's what's going on in the channel. I got 4 other people, so we're gonna go in the opposite direction that you introduced yourselves. Please, friends, tell us where we can find you, and what are you doing on the internet in the next 7 days. Starting with Jillian.
Hello. Yeah, that was very interesting. But yeah. So hi everybody. You can find me on my Twitter at G4GamingX. You can also find me on my Twitch at G4Gaming1, where I do a lot of variety streams, and I'm gonna get more into the streaming stuff in the new year. There's gonna be like a couple of changes on some of the games I'm gonna be playing, and some aren't. So I'm not too sure how this. I think the next game is next Thursday, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have to double check. And I think that's pretty much. Yeah, next Thursday. Next Thursday, my next game. Where I'm kind of switching things up with a different game, so that'll be really interesting to see. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Cool. John.
John, you can find me on Twitter at John A. Bates. Also, you can find me on Twitter at Final Show Films. Also, you can find me over at twitch.tv/FinalShowFilms and youtube.com/FinalShowFilms. If you're looking for a streaming company that is 98% big gay energy, that's us at Final Show Films. Tonight we have our World of Darkness stream with more Changing the Lost tonight at 9 Eastern time. Tomorrow we've got our D&D stream that I run, Grand Terra, at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then I don't think we have anything on Friday or Saturday, though. We will have YouTube uploads. Check out our YouTube if you're interested in our Odyssey of the Dragon Lords campaign, which is a 5e Dungeons and Dragons campaign featuring a Greek-inspired setting. I play a demigod himbo by the name of Pericles, who is a paladin of glory. And we also have a 5th edition sci-fi adventure thing that also goes up on YouTube called Stardust, and a whole bunch of things sort of happening all over the place. But yeah, check us out at twitch.tv/FinalShowFilms and our youtube.com/FinalShowFilms for all of our streams and VODs.
All right. Mitchell.
Hello, I am Mitchell, aka Penny for a Tail. I'm super excited to get married next week. It's gonna be great. It's definitely going to keep the flowers and everything. You can always find me, Penny for a Tail, on all the social medias. I am the head of Encounter Roleplay, the Penny for a Tail channel, as well as the Cult of Indie Lost channel. So our seasons are coming up. Mid-February will be the next season, so we'll be doing casting and all that stuff coming up pretty soon. So make sure you join the Discord if you want to be a part of that experience. So yeah, super excited. This was fun.
10 out of 10. Play on Encounter Roleplay if you get a chance. It's the only reason that this channel exists, technically. It's where I started. But yes, thank you. And last but not least, Chrissy.
Hi, I'm Bloodcry, and I planned on doing streaming, and then work was like, we have so many people that are sick right now, and you have to come in for like a bunch of days that you weren't previously scheduled for. So those current plans are out the window, so I won't be streaming soon, but you will catch me doing Emberwind, which is the thing I will be doing on Saturday, which will be great. It'll be a lot of fun.
Okay.
I play Sorcha Keegan. She's the opposite of Rava, and somehow less awkward and more insane. Somehow.
It's adorable. Sorcha is adorable. I love her. All right.
Sorcha's terrifying.
Yeah, but also adorable.
I love her. Yes, I love her.
Yeah, there's a word we came up with Sunday called it's like the difference between a scared boner. I don't remember it right now. But hey, again, thank you everyone for coming and showing up. Please stick around. We are going to raid our friends over at Follow Black Cats. There are some great people playing some tabletop and good stuff there too. The spy game, it looks like. So everyone, go ahead, give a wave. Wave bye. Wave bye.
Bye.
We love you. Scorner. There.